do this. So, what is up, interwebs? Is Buckland. And we are playing our Saturday Dins for Arhor'ha. We've got Saviors back to back. It's like a special for the month of January. And then we'll be going back to a more alternating schedule after that. And in standard format, I'm going to go ahead and go through right into trivia. So if you're watching in, you can write in trivia, and we'll do that at the end. We'll do a recap. We had a fantastic suggestion from our community to have Roger do recaps. We're not going to do that for Saviors, mind you, but a shout out to Roger's excellent recap. That was back in Revolution. Trivia has 4 sections, which is we honor the fallen. There's a lot of death that is going to occur in Arhor'ha, and we acknowledge that, and we don't want to be like, great, peace. But throughout the entire year, remember those that have gone in like the tavern cheers sort of way. So we're going to start with the trivia that exists the fallen, then trivia that relates to players you currently see on stream. Kind of warms up or how people you need to know about them. It's a little bit of a head nod to what might be seen in the upcoming session.
Like this session in particular is really
And then trivia of lore, which is the same thing, head nod to things you need to know going into this. If you did not know, it's like, oh, who's that? I'm like, well, we'll cover it in trivia. So it's your busy weeks happen. We're gonna get you back into the lands of D&D and Arhor'ha and your current adventure. We'll then do recap and jump straight back into the thick of things. We run about 4 hours long. Occasionally we run a little bit over, but we do a few time checks. That said, the way we do trivia is buzzin', which is to say, I clear it like such. Get anything ready to type into that section. I will call out on those that have in the order that sees in Roll20 for the answer. We're doing the Fallen currently. First question can be answered by anyone, and it's about Maggie. Starting out pretty easy. Maggie. What race was Maggie? Isaac.
Tiefling.
Maggie was a tiefling. That is absolutely correct. 50 XP for that one. Baby got back. Good job. 1, Cassandra. 1.
You just
One back.
Baby got 1 back.
1 back, which is anatomically normal. This one's for Tim.
That's fine.
This one's about Tim. What school of magic did Tim Keeper study? Aldebrand.
Divination?
Divination wizard. That's absolutely correct. He was plagued by nightmares and doomsaying for years to go. That's right. So 50 points of experience. Candid reminder is that if you are not Manxic P, aka you are not Orion, you're getting double experience until you reach Orion, our highest level character that exists in Arhor'ha being actively played. All right, this one's about Jonah. Again, Isaac, you're banned from this. This is your own damn character. If everyone else can't get it, then go ahead. Although I may need your help with the answer because I'm only 50-50 if I know the answer in this one. Ready?
Excellent.
What is the weapon that Jonah uses? Holy shit. Okay, Jonah, tell us what weapon he used. Go ahead, buddy. Get inspiration. You get inspiration. What fucking weapon did Jonah use?
The stabbins?
A cutlass made of ice.
An ice cutlass.
Okay.
Was never gonna happen.
So not sword. Okay.
Yeah.
Cutlass is a sword!
The type of sword, but specifically it was made of ice. He used
Yeah.
shape water to freeze
The way
it.
he's describing it, much more than just
All
like
right.
a sword.
Grab inspiration. Unintentionally stumped you about Jonah. But hey, now you know more about him than you did. Congratulations.
The more you know.
He's still dead.
Still very dead.
Still,
All right.
Still dead, but we know things now.
These are going to be about the players. It will not be about Ian, unfortunately. It'll be everyone except for Ian. So, I'll call out the name of whom. If that is, you cannot answer it. These will be significantly trickier than I have mentioned before. So take some deep breaths, a little bit of time to get these down. This one's about Cassandra.
Okay.
And actually, I'll have the person answer this as well. That will help me as a DM make sure that my assumptions are correct. For Cassandra. What brings Cassandra joy? Isaac, go ahead. Give it a shot.
Shot in the dark, protecting and helping others.
Pretty close, yeah.
Pretty close. All right, I'll go through all of them, and how about you tell me which is the most correct? It's kind of like the Microsoft test.
Okay,
What is the most correct
What is
answer?
the most
Okay, wait,
correct
I can do this.
Orion, what do you think? What do you think brings cast joy?
I was gonna say the same, protecting others, but then I was also gonna say helping others find their path.
Okay. Those are the two trivia write-ins. Cass, which of those is most accurate, or what is the correct answer here?
Well, they're both really close, and like it is half of it. I'd say the other part is seeing her friends happy and safe. Like she likes protecting them, but like what makes her happier is just seeing them being able to be safe and not feeling like she has to protect them, like that they're in a safe place, and they're happy. So, but protecting them and everything like that is also part of it. So you guys are both right.
All right, Isaac and Orion, 25 points of experience.
Yeah, like there's just like an extra bit to it.
Nope, good answers. They're close enough to the mark. They're on the dartboard, close to that bullseye. This one's for Alara. And again, Alara, I'll need you to tell me what the audience what the answer is. Alara, what makes Alara feel safe? All right, I got one buzz in for Cassandra.
This is gonna seem like a weird answer.
A cop-out answer? Go ahead.
No, but
Safety.
I imagine what would make Alara feel safe is being able to see the stars.
Is that the only one who responded?
That was the only buzz in.
That's
The person
right.
that believes they know what makes Alara feel safe is Cassandra. And it is the stars. Aldebrand.
Dancing with Celestial.
Dancing.
That's
dancing
also
with
fair.
so the stars
That's
and
also
dancing with the
fair.
stars. Got it.
Slightly different.
Slightly different.
Was the name of that session, right? Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing.
I hope it was.
It totally should have been. Go ahead, buzz in.
Is that everybody?
Only 2 buzz in so
Yep.
far. Yeah. Okay. Which is the correct answer or closest answer? What is the answer, Alara? How about that?
Yeah, no, Cass is spot on with it for
Yeah.
the most part. Definitely, like, she feels more comfortable when it's, like, night and stars and stuff. Like, that's, like, her safe place.
Yeah.
Is the stars?
Yeah, because I just
Yeah.
imagine that seeing the stars there lets her know that Celestian can see her and is there. It's kind of how I picture her.
Yeah.
How does dancing fall into that?
Yeah.
Does that make her more like nervous, want to vomit, or is that
Yeah.
like okay? All right.
Yeah.
I unfortunately, Aldebrand, I cannot accept that as an acceptable answer.
I'm
But
sorry.
Cassandra, 25, like, does not want to dance. It's like no, absolutely not. I'm over here with my drink. Leave me alone.
Careless whisper.
Yes. This one's about Orion. So Orion can answer, and Orion will need the answer from you. He's been around a while, and you kind of like joke like he's died so much, which may think that he is numb to certain degrees of risk. But what does Orion fear the most? I got a buzz in from Isaac. I'll hold in case there's a series. I have a buzz in from Aldebrand. And Cassandra. All right, let's take it away. Isaac, what do you think Orion fears the most?
The paperwork of duodecim.
He fears paperwork. Paperwork of duodecim. Okay.
Being stuck behind a desk.
Stuck behind a desk. That desk job, Murdoch. That's right. Aldebrand, what do you think he fears the most?
Losing Ethel.
Losing Ethel. Like in permanence. Yeah. Okay. Losing Ethel. Lost.
Much more heartfelt answer.
Yeah, more heartfelt pants than paperwork. Yeah. We've got the lethal weapon answer. I guess we got the second lethal weapon 2 answer. Cassandra?
So I was actually, funnily enough, I was thinking, paperwork and losing Ethel, because like Ethel's kind of like the thing that he has with him. But I'd also say he's done a lot of stuff. He has put a lot of work into saving people, so I think it would be seeing all of his work be for nothing.
Futility
So,
of his
like,
efforts. Yeah.
Also, continuity.
What? Well,
Not
you
continuity.
can have an answer. You just as opposed to like an
just a
array
general-
of answers.
I
So
was like, also continuity, just just failing with that and
Just the
everything.
concepts.
Yeah.
The
So
concept just kind of-
is the
Nothing in
answer then
particular.
failing at maintaining continuity? I'm kind of extracting an answer. I'm not sure where you're going with
You
it.
can either do that or just in general. I think the fact that he's in charge of continuity is a
So
strong
fearing continuity in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a vague answer, but it's also a vague job. So let's see.
It is. Mhm. What is it supposed to be? I don't know. No one give me a fucking list for this thing. Give me the instruction manual for the next 5 years, and I'll tell you if I'm keeping it right. So, Ryan, of those answers, paperwork, Ethel, or continuity,
Yeah,
which is
I'll choose a continuity.
Ethel is definitely number one. I was gonna
Ethel.
say, upon hearing it, I was gonna say Ethel for sure, obviously, but then also just seeing the people he's kind of meant to protect suffer.
So I'd say of those, let's see.
Well, paperwork is number 3, right?
He's like,
So,
It's less fear. It's just a more deep hatred.
So what I'll do in this case is like, Aldebrand, you're the winner of this one, 25 points, up bonus, and between Cass and Isaac, some noble mentions for an inspiration point. You can decide who gets it, even though it's a group resource. Just let me know whom.
I already
Isaac,
got one.
Yeah, like Isaac already has one, so I will.
Fantastic. Well, ironically, this one's for Isaac. Again, these are harder questions. We cleared out.
Ones that you might not even know at the time.
A few of them, I'm only 50% sure I know the answer to this as the DM. This is for Isaac. Who is Isaac's best friend? God, Laura. Space! We have a buzz-in for Orion. We have a buzz-in for Alara.
Nuya.
Your guess is Nuya? Okay, we'll close down buzzing. So Nuya is the answer for Orion. Alara, is your answer legitimately space?
Is it space?
No.
Okay, gotta ask.
Is it Alara?
That's now I feel like you can't answer that question, right? It's like, ooh, I don't know how to tell you this, but yeah, Isaac. So who is Isaac's best friend?
It would currently be Alara.
Oh! Wow, dab.
Did have another friend before, but bad shit happened. So yes,
Yeah.
Alara is probably the person he's
Aw. Although, was it friend through the family would be Nuya, right? That's what Nani is. So Alara, 25 points. Very noble mention from Orion there. Close. Dado. 10-foot radius fireball, right? Mini fireball. Let me clear out. And the last question for Trivia the Players, before we go Trivia the Plot, is for Aldebrand. This one's a bit dark.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Okay. Whom or what would Aldebrand kill someone for? Got a buzz-in for Cassandra.
I'm not positive,
Doop doop.
but I'm getting real strong vibes. His children.
Okay. So what? Okay. So he would kill
So
for
his
his
family.
children.
I'd say
Okay.
for his family.
His family. All right. He does have a wife. It's true.
Yeah, like, there's
So
also a
wife and
in there.
kids.
2 kids.
Orion, what's your guess?
Yeah, I was gonna say his family or the Phoenix, or just because it's a D&D world, I feel like you would kill for like a lot of reasons. So like those two specifically, but I feel like there's also
Pick
like,
one.
Yeah, I know. I just mean like I feel like it's not, like,
XP,
specific.
gulp.
You know what I mean?
Getting in my way, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So
I think
is
the
your
Phoenix
answer because you're in my way?
No, the Phoenix.
It's like,
We'll go with that.
I'm super dark now. I must get home. Everything in front of me dies. So you said Phoenix?
Yes.
Okay. So we got to vote for family. We got to vote for Phoenix. Those are two. Aldebrand, what's the correct answer?
You know,
I don't know. I
I would say it's
know.
actually a tie
Ty. Okay.
because
So
if the
Ty's very
Phoenix
happy about
dies,
that.
His family dies as well.
Oh, that's fair. So it's kind of like, well,
So yeah, I'd say it's a tie.
Okay, that's a tie. In which case, both of you get 25. It's kind of like right down the middle. He would kill for an equal measure the Phoenix or his family, because they're, in his mind, related. Kidoke! We're actually ahead of schedule, which is fantastic. By about 3:30 Eastern, we'll be rolling into things. We're 14 minutes in. Let's go to Trivia the Plot. And we can answer these. No one's banned from answering these. Last session, you guys were fighting a dragon. What's his name?
Space.
All right, the first person that got the buzz in was Isaac. What's that dragon's name?
Bile.
How do you spell
Spelled
that?
with a Y. B-Y-L-E.
Correctamundo! 25 points.
Excellent.
For bonus, what is his full name? As they have call it an aspect to them.
Glad I got the first one.
You got Bile right.
Yeah, but you're the follow-up though.
Yep.
So
You get the chance to
still
follow up
on
question.
you.
Mhm.
It is
Yeah.
still-
It's normally like the blank. Fill in the two blanks. Every one of the dragons has it is set up that way.
I have an idea.
Black Dragon?
The black is half of it. He is a black dragon, so it's a black something.
The Black Death?
That's Europe, but there's the
I don't
plague.
know. Maybe
He's
crossing
like-
the streams.
I mean, based on his
is it-
performance last session, death is something strongly associated.
It says,
with
yep,
him, so-
Yeah.
true enough. It is not the Black
Is it
Death.
the Black
That just
Dread?
makes it sound a whole lot more badass, though. I might be like,
No,
the next incarnation of the Black Dragon, just the Black Death. It is not the Black Death.
It's like
Is
the
it the Black Dread?
Not the Black Dread.
like scourge or something like
It's not
that.
the Black Scourge. I'm gonna give
Black
25
Dread.
points to Isaac for just getting like half of it done so far.
Yeah, he got he got color. I can't remember what his last little bit was.
Give up.
Yeah.
Decay.
Okay.
I remember being told this now.
It's like this-
I feel like Black Death is the name he picked, and Decay is what.
It's like, and
He's a little bit
that's it was like
unhappy with
that's nice. Here's your title. It's like,
That was
You
like
sure
the
it
name he
couldn't be
picked
that,
for himself
like-
when he was a teenager.
yeah,
In his room. I'm the Black Death, Mom.
yeah. I'm Death Zero, Mom. God, so much cooler when it's a negative. All right, moving on to the next. The Black Decay. All right, there's more than one good answers to this, so accept more than one. We're the players right now. Cassandra. Well, let's go down the list.
Yeah, do you want me just to give like the
Just give one answer at a
one
time.
of the
Yeah, if you're
options?
just one answer at a time, and I'll go down the list. There's at least
So-
like 3 good answers at this.
Yeah. Celestian's Temple.
Celestian's Temple, that suffices. Orion,
Starset Lake.
Starset Lake, that suffices. Aldebrand,
Beneath the Starset
Yeah.
Lake, since we broke it.
fair enough. Meet Starset Lake, that applies.
Fair enough.
I'll give it to you. Alara Space, is that your answer?
Please let it be your answer.
On Arhor'ha.
On Aurora,
Just going.
we stopped now. You're actually no longer on Aurora.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
You gave the
Oh,
most
no.
generic answer
Space.
possible and still wrong.
It's like,
Would've been a better
ironically,
answer.
the answer space would have been correct.
I was gonna say I saw the buzz and I'm just like, actually, that's probably
That's
the right.
pretty
answer.
accurate, yeah. The Astral Sea is also related to the concept of space and Forgotten Realms. So everyone that I said, keep going, keep the train going. You got 25 points. Alara,
This is my life.
yep. That's,
Kind of sums up my week, honestly.
Oh
oh
gosh.
no. All right. Last one for plot, and I'll check for write-ins, which there aren't any, so we go straight to recap. With the place you're currently at, what deity has domain over it? Isaac.
Shoot.
Celestian.
Celestian is correct. I'll walk down because he's got lots of titles. Orion.
The Far Wanderer.
Far Wanderer is one of his titles. Cassandra.
I don't know. He's got a bird.
He does have a bird. Very Hufflepuff of you, I might add.
I don't know his other titles. I just know he's Celestial.
God
Far
with
Wanderer.
bird.
All
That
right,
one.
we'll stop for an inspiration point. What's the form his bird takes? Anyone can answer.
An owl. A white owl.
White owl. All right. So distribute the inspiration point amongst you, and we'll
Knew he had
stop.
a bird.
Does anyone not
Um,
have inspiration?
I don't have it.
Algebra, take it.
All right, fantastic.
All right,
gotta-
writing
you gotta hold
trivias.
many inspiration
Goose egg. No writing trivia. So we'll go straight to recap. Who would like to do the recap for today?
I can do the recap.
So we've got one volunteer that is Cassandra. Does anyone else want to
I
volunteer?
also can.
We have an Orion go in. Anyone else want to volunteer? I'm not volunteering. I'll be doing basically the narrative for this entire session.
Buck's tired of talking.
I'm tired. Yeah.
Okay.
See the amount of like espresso in this drink?
Oh god.
Or like 3 shots of espresso.
All right, so Orion,
There's no
high or
drink,
low?
It's just espresso.
Hi.
All right, so on a 2, it's you.
You've been chosen.
Can't even tell what got rolled. 2, it's you.
I've
All
not
right,
been chosen.
You are not. You've not been chosen. Cass, do the recap.
I thought he. Okay. Fair
No,
enough.
2 is
Okay.
high and low. Two people volunteered.
Oh, gotcha. So we were on our way to Starset Lake, and we ran into Sagittarius. He was hiding in a tree, living his tree life. And I'm assuming he was in a tree. And he came down, and he was like, "Hey, like shit's going down over there." We're like, "That's fair. Are you gonna try to kill us again?" He's like, "No, not this time. This time, I think I'm on your side. I'm just trying to protect this. Bile is attacking Starset Lake. You need to find a way to get through there. Like, I'm trying to protect it, but I can't really stop it." We're like, "Well, that's kind of shitty. Well, like, what can we do?" So then we talked a lot about what we were going to do to get past Bile. Because he had, like, made all, like, the area difficult terrain around it, but there was kind of, like, a ring around Starset Lake that he couldn't get through. So we decided that we had to run through the difficult terrain that he created and try to get Bile into Starset Lake to fight him. We kind of realized, like, hey, we're gonna have to fight him no matter what, but let's at least put it on our terms versus his. And Sagittarius said, well, like, I'm trying to protect this area, so if this will help you, then I will help you guys get there. So he kind of created a bubble so that we didn't get attacked by stuff from the sides. It kind of created like a parting the seas way of getting through.
It's a good
so
mental
he was,
image.
Yeah, so he was like helping create that, so we had safe passage to get there. And as we're running through, Bile is just being a dick, and he is like swooping down. There's like poison and acid being like spilled everywhere, and at one point he's like, "You know what? Now I'm finally gonna attack them," and he like plopped his butt right down in the middle of the thing as we're trying to go through. And you know, we're starting to attack him, and then he yoinks Orion and is like, "Haha, I've got a guy." And they're able to get Orion out of there. Orion almost died, but didn't die. I think anyone else that got grabbed by Bile probably would have died.
Did Orion get grabbed or just chomped? I thought
Chomped.
He got
Very
chomped.
badly
Right, he got
chomped.
chomped. He got chomped,
Yeah.
not grabbed, right?
Yeah.
So he was.
I
chomped
think
in-
it was the mental image was I was grabbed in the mouth, flailed around a bit,
like
and
a
then-
dog, like a dog in a
Oh,
chew toy,
right.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we were
Yeah.
trying to stop him from like gripping down further. Was the struggle?
He was
You-
grappled by the mouth.
Yeah.
no, we
you
had to
were-
bonk him on the nose and tell him to drop it. So
Yeah.
Had to boop the
Essentially.
snoot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then they were able to boot the snoot, but then Bile was like, "Well, that's cool. I'm gonna go fly up." And we're like, "Cool. I don't think any of us have range options." So then
We really don't. It's sad.
So then, you know, like we're running through. Cass gives everyone stars, and I think one hits him, just smacks him in the face, but so that's fine. Like while he's flying, and we're finally able to run through. But yeah, like Orion was worse for wear. I think Aldebaran was able to like just save himself from getting completely demolished.
Yeah.
And was Isaac also one of the people that got damaged in the front?
He was
no,
grabbed.
I know Isaac got sphered, which Cassandra prevented that with a heroism. But no, Alara
Right.
and Frederick both got grabbed by Bile. He started to fly up.
And Alara was able to get herself out
Bamf,
of it because she can
She
like,
bamfed
teleport
out.
herself out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were trying to do stuff. We were able to get like a few misty steps from
Sagittarius.
So that's what we were able to do to get people kind of out of the situation of being grabbed by the dragon, because we were not in a position to be able to get them out. So then we were able to run past. We finally got kind of through the barrier of Starset Lake. We see the lake and it's all nice and pretty. And we go to step out and like are walking on glass. And it's like, oh, it was like a really cool like walking on water effect. And then all of a sudden,
I'm dead.
Like, and all of a sudden, Bile is just like, hey, but what if I join too? And everything just like crashes and we fall through the lake. We're falling down. It kind of feels like very weightless. Like you know you're falling, but you just can't get rid of like that feeling, and you don't quite have like your grounding yet. Bile gets yoinked somewhere else in the temple. Who knows where he is? He's in the blackness as well, just somewhere. out there.
Hopefully nowhere else.
Darkness.
We're not gonna bother us.
In the
Yeah.
darkness, he won't bother
God.
you in the darkness.
And we were able to land where we are now. So we finally were able to make it into Celestian's temple because this is our best way of communicating with him.
Mhm.
And we're hoping that fighting Bylan here will be better.
This is an advantage.
And because this visual stood out to me, I still remember it. I think the idea was we were falling, and it's less that we reached a landing point and more we were falling and our body slowly shifted to get used to the inertia. So now
Yeah.
we're used to that and we can kind of navigate this realm.
Yep, and that's exactly right. The idea like sea legs, but for
Yes.
wherever you're going.
Falling.
Space.
Falling. Yes, space.
Falling legs.
You're falling legs. Does anyone want... So first off, 100 experience, GG. Anyone want to cover down any gaps in the story?
I wrestled Ty.
You did wrestle Ty.
You did wrestle
He
Ty.
did flick mud at the back of
He
your
did
head.
throw
Yeah.
mud.
He did flick mud at the back of you, yeah.
Frederick, when given the option, stayed behind to help Alara instead of getting
Yes.
to safety.
That is right.
Which is why he got grabbed.
Yep.
Yeah.
For as much as it did, because I think also Alara and Frederick both got hit with the breath weapon.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like, it did
Yeah, they
absolutely
got hit.
nothing to help. They just both got hit with acid.
They got hit really hard, and Atlas
Yeah.
used his dragon form because it was like Alara was going to probably die
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
if he
That was
didn't.
bad.
Yeah, we had a lot of almost dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
No
It's a good
actual
time.
dying.
You know,
But no one did, which is
no one
above
did,
expectation.
yep.
It's an A plus for season 10.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be how we're going to maintain this season.
Uh-huh.
Not-
It's the plan. It's
the
the
plan.
plan, guys. Let's throw a wrench in the plan.
Throw a wrench in the plan.
Make him run a 9-person season finale.
Oh, no, don't worry.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Careful what you wish for. All right. So we're a little ahead of schedule. So good. We'll start there with the inertia leveling out. The last visual for you is that where you're falling through is complete like velvety darkness. And as you find yourselves, and you can see each other as you're falling, but you're the only color that stands out against this stark, dark area, which has nothing to grab upon, like no shapes, no nothing, until the like blinking of gems and lights in the distance start making themselves known. Like the Sea of Stars, there's very few. Well, most of you that are used to living in Aurora don't get many clear nights past the Aurora Borealis effect to see what a clear sky looks like. So the close equivalent to most, like the average person, would be seeing like a starry sky for the first time that's just black and then twinkling lights, like diamonds in the rough. And they become much more prevalent as the things equalize. And between these dots, these twinkling lights that create this tapestry around you, a few of them create gossamer-like silvery strands between them, which give you a sort of walkway, so that when you are falling, it seems as though you are guided to a degree, which is where everyone starts. And it's very clear, like a bridge almost, that there is a left side to this gossamer bridge and a right side, and a bit of light that you feel like you are standing on. But to be clear, there's nothing truly below your feet. It is more the concept of walking and what you're doing, and your body just follows suit because it's what it knows. It is where you will start. Definitely or some senses. So Ryan, you have a continuity sense sort of situation. Yours is going like bonkers. Like it's not a right or wrong thing, but where you are, it feels like you just stepped out of bounds and Deadpooled a fourth wall. Like this is wrong. Why am I in the writer's room? What's up with the universe right now? It's like, which is about as normal as continuity has ever made sense to Orion. So
I get it.
Yeah.
The world sucks.
From a paladin sense perspective, which I believe is like fiend, celestial, fey in origin, Cassandra, your senses would be going off in that you are in mortal peril where you currently are. Like you are vulnerable. very like walking out in the Walking Dead style with absolutely no weapons, no armor. I'm blood, and they can sense me. Like, you are very vulnerable. Babies in the wild. So those are the internal senses you have as you see this little bridge going off into the nothingness where you have found yourself. And scene.
What is the visibility?
Visibility, like there's no
Like
concept.
Blackness. It's the void.
Like
Blackness.
It's just blackness. Okay.
You can see each other, like as though.
It's Stranger Things.
Yeah, Stranger Things is a good example. It's kind of like the when you go in that was it 13, 11,
Yeah,
whatever the hell her name is, goes into like the upside down, and like she has color, but it's like nothing
But
else.
nothing else,
That's
yes.
exactly what it looks like, and then adds a starscape.
Yes.
Okay, but we can at least see our footing and the people around us decently well then.
You can, and again, like the footing is very conceptualized. There's no real ground beneath your feet, but yeah, you can like stand, the equivalent thereof.
Okay. Well, wonderful. We're just,
So
are we in space?
you think so?
Feels that way.
This-
Anyway.
This feels about right.
Don't know that we ever stopped moving.
Do I get to take one of these stars with me? Can I just pocket one?
Do you go to
Is that
grab
bad?
Do you go to grab like a twinkling light in the distance?
Can I try to do like a perspective thing where I poke it?
Sure, you could try poking it. So you try poking it because from everyone else's perspective, it's like, oh, it's a pebble-sized blinking light. You poke it and realize it's not next to you.
It's fair.
And then Isaac starts poking it and realizes it's not next to you.
No, it's just
Is there? Cass is gonna look around and be like, "Where's the dragon? Where's?"
Last I saw, he was floating away from us.
Yes, it was moving away.
So
Sorry.
as you say that, Cassandra, make a perception check.
Because I guess my first thing like,
Oh,
Nice.
"Still here with the dragon."
For those that are actively thinking in character, like where is the dragon? One person can assist. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Okay.
Yes.
Yay, because I'm not great at perception.
I have proficiency.
Well, I'd say it's
I mean,
fortuitous if it
helpful
was
assist.
reversed. It'd be fortuitous.
Yeah.
15. In the distance, Cassandra, when you have... It's interesting because when you start thinking about where is the dragon, you hear this distant...
Ah, shit. Just-
Well,
can I
let's keep
tell-
moving.
Can I tell in any direction, or is it just kind of surrounding?
surrounding. Like the concept of directions is very alien right now. The concept of perspective is very alien too. Like Atlas tries mimics Orion. He actually moves a light with his hand. So some of those are
That's-
close.
You just have
Just
to figure out what.
Unfair, but sure.
So
Yeah.
Atlas then turns around, pushes it towards Orion. A pebble-sized
catch it.
light. And you catch it.
Yes. All right.
So it's like you
Is-
clearly wanted this. Here you go.
I appreciate it, Atlas. Good friend. Solid.
Is
Do you
there
hold
any-
on to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to hold. I'm not gonna take it, but I want to hold it on while we're here.
Are you holding with your mechanical hand or your dwarven fleshy
Let's
hand?
start with a mechanical hand.
Okay. Looks awesome. It's blinking. As a dwarf, you're like, cool, diamond. In fact, it reminds you of putting a light through a diamond.
Ooh. Pretty.
Is there anything around us giving us an indication of where can we go to not
Die.
go back?
There
to
are
the
so
situation.
with these little lights that are glowing up, right, and the silver lines, they're creating a sort of Asgardian style
Oh.
bridge further in the distance.
Okay, gotcha.
Also, Ryan, are you gonna pocket that or release it? Now that you've
Uh,
been inspecting it for a bit.
Can I keep it in my hand for a little bit? I'll release
Sure.
it at some point. But I
So,
just want to walk with it.
How hot does it look with thermal vision?
Interestingly enough, it's not generating any heat.
All right, not half bad then.
I'll hold it and I'll just say, just for the record, I'm not planning on taking this from you.
Just bring it to
Just so
Celestia.
we're on the same page. I just think it's very cool. Good on you.
Is there,
Good job producing tiny lights.
is there anything inside it, Orion? Do you see anything in it?
I try to peer inside it.
Okay, you inspect. Go ahead and give me an inspection or investigation.
Yeah. That's right.
Can I help him with the
Yeah, I mean, this is the very good part where
Oh,
Olara's
10 both times.
It's like I won, I too. My 2020 vision is half to 10.
I think there's a whole universe inside here. Just a whole.
Is it bad that I kind of want to see if we can make it come to life?
Yeah,
Like a new universe inside.
It does. Like you see through that, it's like exactly like peering through a well cut gem. Like
Maybe not. If we are actually in. Well, and this is space, and let's not
Right.
do things that might get us killed.
give
or-
me Ryan, give me. While she's
No
talking,
big
give me a
bang.
Constitution saving throw because you are peering into an item of light.
Just
like
hold on.
it's like let me see what's going on here. Oh, my cornea.
17, not.
You're fine. Yeah, you're like I'm not gonna keep staring at the sun for too long. Yeah,
Okay.
you don't
I'll let it go.
You don't burn your retina or anything.
I'll let it go into the ether.
All right, just it floats back away and it appears indistinguishable from the other blinking lights in the starry sky.
Just kind of want to
Right.
create a light friend. You get-
Gary, but with light.
Gary with light.
Cool. Do we just follow this?
I think so. It looks like we kind of only have one direction to go. That it feels like we won't fall into nothingness. So
Laura, would you like to lead the way?
yeah, I was gonna say Alar and Atlas. Do you guys want to lead the way?
I mean, okay, but I've never been here before.
Did you expect us to put anyone else up front?
Well, I mean, there's a dragon here still.
That's fair, but like also
That-
you're.
Cass will go up to Alar and be like, "I'll be right by your side."
All right.
Yeah, we're still here. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah, okay. So I'll just start walking.
Yeah, you start walking. You start walking, and you don't have to go too far to like the east because this is more a conceptual thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very theater of the mind currently is where you're at.
Mm.
You start walking, and walking, and walking,
Oh, there's a thing.
and
up here.
walking, and walking. Yeah, don't worry about that. And walking,
Okay. So,
and walking. It feels as though you've been walking for at least an hour along this path.
We are moving, right? Like
Yep.
if I stop moving for a minute, like they start to get ahead of me.
Correct.
Okay,
If
making
you
sure-
stop moving, they will continue. Like for frame of references, like they will continue moving forward. Right.
Okay,
there
I'm
is,
just
like, a
making
path
sure they're not
behind
like
us.
treadmilling in place. type
Yeah.
deal.
Like the stars or the lights that are in the sky, like, they also continue to move. Like you are in like those observatories, and they have the thing in the ceiling. What the hell they're called?
For Alara, is there any constellations or things that she may recognize as we're walking?
I don't know. Did she look for constellations in the stars?
So you say that out loud?
Yeah, because like we're walking. Like I wonder if this is like actually space. Like, are there any constellations that you recognize or anything?
Anything we
that's-
can use as a guide.
So she thinks on that for a second, and she knows what Celestian symbol looks like.
Mhm.
So I guess she'll try to find that in the stars.
Okay.
Search for that.
So you look through the stars, and after a little bit of time, you don't have to roll. You do find it. So you are looking in a starry sky.
Okay. But this path only goes. Does it go in that direction, or is it?
Mm-hmm. Ironically, when you look at that, it's like if you look at the path, if you look straight up, like you can find it. Like you're going in the direction of that constellation.
I don't think that's irony.
No.
Yeah.
That feels intentional.
That feels.
I mean, maybe we have to follow that exact constellation while we're walking down this path instead of just walking aimlessly. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like
Just a
having
thought.
kind of like the idea. It is his temple, so having a point that we're traveling towards.
Yeah.
We are traveling to him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do we just will ourselves closer to Celestian?
Yeah.
But also, space. If this is the night sky, I mean, the sky's real big.
Does Celestian have a certain constellation that is devoted to him?
Yeah, that's what she just found.
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what we found. Just making sure.
And it looks like we're walking that direction. So should we try Well, I think it's still in the same direction, but like maybe focusing on his symbol and walking,
Yeah.
just see if it makes any difference, or
Yeah.
accept that we're just gonna be walking for a really long time because space.
Or physical
Who's-
limitations may not be up to the task here. It could be our intention to go towards a symbol is required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Align your tokens in your marching order, or what it looks like when you're traveling. And then
Oh,
request where
jeez.
you'd like the Ty, Atlas, and Frederick to be.
I imagine Atlas is on the other side of Alara.
Yeah, that's
Fairly positive.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ty does not like not being in the front,
That's true.
based on his.
He also doesn't like
Ever-
where he currently is if you've read the prose about him.
Oh yeah. He doesn't like it, but he's gonna yell at things.
Oh, he looks angry as shit.
He needs to. He's got some yelling.
Like for the entire hour, he just looks angry and very Orion-esque, like over it. Like he's like, "Oh, this again.
Learning.
I am over it."
I need to speak to Celestian's manager, damn it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, give it another 100 years.
When we die, we'll meet him, and then we'll have words about it. So Isaac and Aldebrand, I need you, one of you to roll perception, and if both of you have it, you can roll an advantage.
Oh.
I am proficient.
We are both proficient.
And one
I'm
needs to roll
assuming
at
the
advantage.
cleric is better than I.
Probably, I'll roll advantage.
Slightly whiz-based, yes. Ooh, 24.
Oh,
Yes.
Well then.
Isaac, since you are in the back there, something that you're noticing as you travel. Follow it up with a religion check, by the way. As something you notice while you're traveling is that you're seeing other lights, but they're larger. Like the things, the stars and the diamonds, they're small, like Skittle sized, right? The things you're starting to see are golf ball sized. That gets larger, and you start hearing things. It sounds a lot like what you expect, like razors or sharp claws against glass or like glassy minerals like obsidian. And they're faint. It's like just very faint scratching. Like you are not completely out here by yourself, and you certainly are not safe.
We're not alone. We're in a... I get the feeling that there's protection around us right now, but there are things just on the outside trying to get in.
And as you start thinking what that could possibly be, depending if you're in the far realms, that could be eldritch creatures, or if you're abyssal, that could be demonic creatures, so bad things.
Or the dragon we just pissed off. Like there's a lot of things
You
that
can
could
rule out the dragon.
Or-
You can rule out the
okay.
dragon. You
Okay.
feel like that if Bile was scratching these things, that you'd know it'd sound different.
Right, let's keep
Do you
on
share
moving.
that?
No, I said the first part out loud, and I assumed I'll follow up with, I'm not sure what the exact nature of the entities are that would be there, but depending on where we are, none of the options are good.
Mm.
Okay, so keep on our guard.
Hard for the
Keep
course.
moving.
Keep an eye out for
Constant danger,
I
par
wait
for the course.
I wait for the next scratch basically, and just keep an eye out for those. That
Mhm.
could be that could lead to a weak spot.
Can
That-
we hear
where
the
they get
scratch
through.
once he points it out?
Ironically, no, you cannot. Only people in the back can seem to hear it.
Well, that's not good. Maybe
No.
forward is the option. Let's
But I will say, since you rolled so well, you catch a glimpse of what it is,
Oh, no.
and
That's always nice. Can't be bad.
Oh!
I know where you got that picture from, and I love you.
literally just a glimpse.
With my expansive history of fighting demons, would I recognize it?
With a 9-character campaign, it's absolutely going to happen, and Bile's absolutely gone, and we're just taking a fast track to Happy Land. No, go ahead, continue. With your expansive knowledge fighting demons out of brand.
I mean,
what's
that
up?
was his backstory.
I know.
right? That he.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You follow all sorts of crap, including demons. Yeah, so if you want to roll religion, sure, with that quick glance.
All right. Where is
I saw a
the
shape.
LinkedIn?
What-
I saw a shape that had eyes. I think.
It's like what's that Pokemon?
A humanoid shape.
3.
And
All right, never mind.
3.
Oh, you're pretty sure. Oh God, what are those called? Balors, right? Yeah. Oh, Balefire,
Okay.
something like that.
All right,
Oh yeah,
let's move.
yeah. It wants to burn you up. It wants to turn.
humanoid shape, not a lot of extra tentacles. Possibly demon. We should keep moving regardless.
And like,
Go ahead.
I was like, I'm gonna kind of turn to Alara. Be like, I know you said that the temple wasn't in the book, but was there anything about creatures in the sky for followers of Celestian?
No.
As she goes and pulls out her journal.
While she's doing this,
I think so.
hey Orion, would you mind coming back here with us?
Yeah, sure.
Just protect the bag. Just
There seems to be the weak point seems to be forming in the rear. We might
Yeah.
want to have a more of a front line set up just in case they break through behind us.
That's what she said.
Don't
Why are
you?
you-
That's
what-
what she said me.
No, Cassandra, I know we talked about locations on Arhor'ha. Am I wrong about?
You're not wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
My recollection is your DM is the same
Okay.
from like 2
Okay.
years ago.
Yeah, like I think it was
Yeah.
just Aurora, but like okay. So
Perhaps you are missing a couple of pages.
an unknown balefire out here. Okay. Well, I think our only option is just to keep moving forward and just be ready.
Said focus on his
Happy thoughts.
constellation
Happy
thoughts.
and
Positivity.
Yeah. Yeah, like positivity. Celestian, like she kind of takes her sword out, like sword is out.
We
just in
like
case.
exploring
We like exploring.
and insert other domains of Celestian. Me gusta.
Me gusta.
Is my necklace doing anything? Which I have just in real life, which is really cool.
Cool prop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's glowing. Like a little bit. It seems to like reflect in the direction that you're going. In fact, when you look at it like such and like look for it for guidance, you hear a voice. Everyone hears the voice, I might add, not just Alara. And it's very, very calm, very somber. Just asks, "Are you lost?"
And everybody who's hearing
Everyone
that.
hears that. But it's very soft.
Do I recognize the voice?
No. Don't think
In
there's
a manner
I don't
of
think there's an
speaking?
instance where you've heard this voice in character. No. You
in
have
a
heard
manner of
Celestian's
speaking,
voice.
yes, I will respond out loud.
Manner of speaking, yes.
It's like kind of, but also like I think we're fine.
Probably. I would say probably.
Probably.
Do we get another response?
Yeah, it's like it,
Are you lost?
Right then.
Do not get a response to the question of "Are you lost?"
Can you help us?
Do not get a response to the question "Can you help us?"
Excellent. All right. Cool.
Having a wonderful day. Keep
I guess we keep wandering.
Yeah, it was like, well, gonna keep looking at that constellation that.
I see
Alara
Alara
pointed out.
thinking. It's her thinking face.
Oh, I
Her
thought you
thinking
were
face-
noticing the smoke.
Her thinking face can be clipped at approximately 48 minutes
Like,
and
hold
0
on.
seconds of this session.
No, because where we are, she says, it's if we're going towards Celestian Temple, he is the Star Wanderer. So that question is kind of silly to me. Are you lost? Well, no, because that's the greatness
Well-
about being lost is wandering.
Yeah, all who
Not
wander
all
are
those who
lost.
won't. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to turn into a basic bitch.
Alara's like, I've got some.
worry.
I've got some.
Don't worry, Isaac and I can be the basic bitch for you.
We'll share it on Pinterest so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe
Time to drink some Starbucks. Num. Not sponsored.
maybe with that said, maybe we aren't supposed to be heading toward his symbol. Maybe we're supposed to be exploring and wandering.
Maybe. Like, he is the wanderer. Maybe we
The
just
far
need
wanderer.
to wander.
So as you guys discuss this in greater,
That's
And I also imagine while we're doing this, we're like slowly walking. Like, maybe we wander. Who knows?
You see from
Oh.
the symbol of Celestian, the constellation, it starts to move as though the lines and the stars and the lights become an outline, and the outline becomes a form, and the form becomes an owl, and the owl descends, and it lands. And if you ever seen like His Dark Material, it's an owl that is talking.
Excellent.
It sits on the non-existent plane that it could possibly sit on, and looks up at, I think at this point looking up at Cass and the front line effectively, and asks again, this time louder. It's like, "Are you lost?"
No.
And then the owl, like, because it's an owl, it's like, and looks to Cassandra. It's like,
Oh, it's creepy.
I mean, it's doing the owl head thing. Like, it just, its body stays still. Its head is turning to face people. Looks to Cassandra. Where are you going?
To speak with Celestian.
Then it like just looks at you, does a little head tilt, like the Hoopert thing.
Oh, Hooper.
Oh, Hoopert. Then it looks to Ty sharply because it's an owl head. Then it looks to Alara. It just stayed fixed on Alara after that.
I think it wants to talk to you,
I don't know what to say to it.
Laura.
Okay, we don't know. Okay.
We know we're trying to go. We don't know if we're necessarily going the right direction.
Usually
Could you
don't refer to
provide
people
Are
guidance?
you
as-
then it tilts its body along with its head to get to the back line where Isaac is? Like, are you lost?
I suppose so.
Then it looks to other people as though it is. Go ahead and, for those of you that's not Isaac, because he had a pretty solid answer. Roll insight.
Anyone who's not Isaac.
For lack of a better term, like he had a really solid answer for the owl.
I crit.
If you roll above a 10, I don't know what's up with the pluses with a few of those things. So I'm just do the
Might
know
have
thyself
blessed-
and know if
Sorry,
you rolled
that's
above.
a blessed thing.
Got
From last
uh,
session. my-
Guidance.
guidance. Yeah.
Oh, right.
If you rolled above a 10, it's looking for just a very simple, definitive answer. The more complicated it is, the more difficult it seems to be answering. When Isaac gave it a very definitive yes, it seemed to be okay with it.
And when I gave it a no, it seemed to be okay with
Yes. Correct, I should say.
it. Okay. Do I get anything additional because I crit that thing?
You feel very steadfast, like so absolutely sure that you have to respond in a simple way.
Very simple. Yeah.
Yes, we are lost.
Okay, Orion says yes, we are lost. Isaac says yes, we are lost. Cass, I believe, said no, we're not lost, but keep me honest.
I did say
Yeah,
no.
she did.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
No.
we're not.
Aldebrand shakes his head and does not say a thing.
And it stares at you for a while. And you guys, by the way, those the back line, they're like, there are nasty things in the dark. They're getting closer.
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah. So we all look at all friends.
And
I-
as far as
Alfred, I believe it wants an answer.
I say no.
so, those that say it said no, they are not lost. I'm going to move you for just a moment.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
fantastic.
Oh no. What did Frederick and Ty say?
I'll get the NPCs to fill out in just a second. Cass, I believe you said yes, you are lost.
I said no.
Okay.
So I think it was me and
It's me and Isaac. Let's go, buddy.
Yeah, Orion and Isaac are the
Let's
ones
do
who
it.
said yes.
Yes, and Aldebrand, you said no, you're not lost.
I said no.
Okay, no.
I mean,
Let's go,
Isaac,
Isaac.
the only ones who are really honest with themselves here.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on.
All right. So this could get bad. So
Time to 1v1 bile.
Oh god.
Or 2v1 bile, sorry.
so as you say this, you find your thoughts wavering in one way or the other, and the owl turns away. It spreads its wings, and you find that its wingspan is supernaturally larger than the small owl should be, and it begins to fly. And this inertia that you normalized then picks back up again, as though you are soaring in a general direction. Take the mental image of plumbing, or like maybe a water park, for example. When you go down those tunnels That's you right now, and you're just like hurtling towards something. Except for you're maybe the size of a marble, and a tube the size of maybe a sewerage system. It's gigantic. Think Tony Hawk. So you're going down this direction, fast now, following perhaps this owl, getting
And this is
bounced
all of
around.
us?
All of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the first thing I need is to hold. I'll call like a hold your lunch. I need everyone to do a Constitution saving throw for the pure
Throws up.
nausea that's gonna afflict you. The save that you're looking for is a DC of 13.
Oh.
Solid.
Oh, Laura's throwing up on Cass, isn't she?
I should have stayed in the library.
Okay. If you did not hit the DC, which was 13, there's a mechanical effect, but your character feels sick, like vertigo. You will be very disoriented, and you will not hear this next phrase very well because you are so trying to keep it together. As you hurtle through the starscape, those of you that did well would hear the following phrase, and in this case, Alara, you do recognize the voice, and it is Celestian. It says,
However, she is nauseous.
however, she is nauseous, so she'll be hearing it while trying to keep those appletinis down, right?
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Starbucks, right? Said, I was lost. Lost in a sea of thought. These thoughts were my own. So, I must be alive. And then you stop. And we move map. So, those of you that said yes will be separated, those that feel no, until the very end, when you are ricocheted like off of a wall. So it'll be a very bumpy landing. But you will be
Mistakes are
separated
made.
from each other in this fashion.
Okay.
Now, I can only drag a general perception. So if you don't see yourself, look to the above or below.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a bit lower than the.
And I'll get a visual. Give me a thumbs up if you're good on the roll 20. You can see your stuff.
I believe Aldebrand shouldn't be with us.
Gets ricocheted. So if you said the opposite answer to people in your group, you're gonna be like face first when you enter.
Oh, okay. I see what you're suggesting.
Yes. And I'll need a dex saving throw.
Oh.
From
I
everyone?
know.
No, if you're in the group that you shouldn't be in, like you answered differently from the majority of the people there,
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
I need you to make a dex
So
saving
that's
throw.
an interesting thing because me and Ty both said yes. So we're even.
I'm gonna go with the honest people. So Orion and Isaac.
All right.
So really, it's just Aldebrand.
All right, Dex, you said?
Yeah. 15.
Still got a black screen.
Still got black screen?
You gotta find it. There's like an upper part and a lower part, so.
Yeah. So here's Isaac might be too far back. Can we move you?
I was
over?
gonna say it's just black for me.
How about now?
Still nothing.
Still nada? All right, let's take a look.
I can see the pings going off in the darkness. I just can't actually see anything there. It'd be a lighting issue.
Could be. You've got 60. I'll move you real quick. Can you see now?
I cannot.
Okay.
Did
Let me
you-
remove your token
reload?
altogether. And while this is happening, Aldebrand, you saved, by the way. So while I'm doing this, go ahead. I'll let you roll damage. It's 1d6 bludgeoning.
Ooh, no. 5. All right.
Isaac, do you see your token now?
It's 1d6.
Yep, there we go. I can see.
All right, just had to reload your token in. So
oh,
you land rough, but you absolutely do, like, I guess the John Wick, like the Keanu Reeves thing. Like, it could be worse. You could have like face planted into this wall, but you don't. You like tumble.
And it was
Yeah.
1d.
It's just for it was just for Aldebrand, and 1d6,
Right, yeah.
and he rolled
He rolled an
a
8.
D.
That's what I was saying. He rolled 1d8.
Do
Oh, well,
fine.
it's
We'll make it
next-
up.
Fine.
It's below
It happens.
6, so we're all fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
see
we're fine.
do we see that does Ty also
Yeah, gets hurt.
tumble?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
both
making
Albrand
sure.
and Ty. Yeah, they
Just want to make sure that we can actually like form that connection of
Uh-huh.
the people who said no are the ones who got tossed.
Yeah, he careens into a wall. Like you can hear like nice resound crunch. As he does not have the same grace as Aldebrand does. Just like it's like I'm over this shit.
This is the wall, okay?
This is the wall of pain, right?
I put a high five. I put a hand up to Isaac and go, honesty.
Did,
Good.
I'm going to after okay, that was I'm gonna go over make sure Ty is okay.
Oh yeah, he's
You
what is it?
require assistance.
Fine. He's like, no, I'm fine. I hate. You can just tell he's angry. Like you don't even need an insight roll. He's just angry. He's normally angry. He's angrier.
Okay, good. You give him his space.
Yeah. You can feel the paladin aura of like I don't like this.
I have seen him get angry at things, and they don't often survive. So
right.
I'm gonna stay back from him.
He kicks the wall. So for a visual of what things look like currently, now that the floor itself has a more polished marble texture to it, it's easier to see where exactly your feet land as a result. So think obsidian with like flecked light on the ground. One solid sheet that's occasionally cut by lines of darkness. The walls themselves also a similar material. The interesting thing is that sometimes they're glossy. They reflect light. Sometimes they're matte. They do not reflect light. And there's no rhyme or reason like time, intensity of light that seems to reflect this thing. You're in a very alien-looking temple. It's very disorienting, but again, you'll come to it in Undrastic. What's important to look at when you look at this, the map part for your visuals, there are a lot of walls. They also are smooth as shit and tall. Each one of those, what appears to be a wall, is 20 feet of a smooth surface. Similarly, you occasionally see those little lines. Those are staircases, very Disney-esque like light staircases. Those also will go up the 20 feet. You're in a very abstract location.
Abstract thought.
Abstract thought. Let me cycle. Settle down, camera. I'll cycle down, and we have two groups at the time being. As you guys are split, you do not see the other group, so it's just Ty, Aldebrand, Isaac, and Orion can see each other. What is Cass, Alara, and then by reflection, Frederick and Atlas doing as they arrive? More graceful than Team Pain Train.
Like a light pain train.
Well, I look around and I notice that the others aren't with us. So then I look to Cassandra. So we are now split up, I guess? I don't know what happened.
Maybe based on our answers, we're supposed to get different experiences, or I don't know. You know Celestian best.
Do I?
Between all of us, yes.
Okay, well, that's saying. I mean,
Very
I've never.
little.
Yeah. Okay, well, so I look out to this. The way you described it for the others is the same that we see here in this
It is.
area? Okay.
Mhm.
So I guess we just move forward?
Yeah.
How is Panger doing? Is Panger just
Panger's like hyper alert, like tail straight up, like flicking around, eyes looking around. He doesn't seem so much scared of the place, but like a cat when there's a bird on the other side of the windowsill.
Oh, gotcha.
Do I hear anything?
You do. You can roll perception. You do not.
15? Okay.
Cat's gonna start walking forward, just try to get an understanding of, trying to get the whole room in.
So, Cass, as you start wandering forward, you start to hear, step by step, more things being said. And unfortunately, it's only you that hears it as you wander forward. You get as far as this phrase: I was not alone in thought.
I think, guys,
Yeah.
So the guy is talking to me. The same voice from when we fell.
That. Okay. That because I was sick when that happened, so I would have noticed.
Yeah, in fact, like, for the most part, Alara, you could play it off as that you heard his voice, but it's like you were, like, really sick. Like,
Okay.
so you might not have caught, like, the full narrative statement, but
you
did
could
the
tell the
voice with
voice.
itself, like the tone, all that would have been familiar.
Yeah. Okay.
Celestian said something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that when we were falling, I heard Celestian's voice.
Oh, Celestian. Okay. Celestian's talking to me. Did you hear that?
No.
Okay. He
What
said I wasn't alone, so I think we're supposed to all walk together. And here, I think we're listening to his tale.
Listen to my tale.
Listen to my
3 weeks, 3 eons earlier.
But
This is the guided tour.
The guided tour of the Celestian Museum, Time and Space.
It's like, but I think we're supposed to all wander together, and he may help guide us.
Okay, well, I don't know where the others are, so that's gonna be.
Good segue. I don't know where the others are. Others. Orion, Aldebrand.
We don't know where we are.
Yeah. After, like, seeing if Ty is going to murder a wall, we'll pick up from there.
Question: would Ty recognize? I don't think
He's
Orion or Aldebrand would recognize Celestian's voice. Would Ty?
Ty, out of character, would recognize his voice. He has not been commenting on that was Celestian yet.
Okay, and I would at least mention that I heard a voice. I didn't hear what it said though.
I am lost in thought. Those thoughts are my own. Therefore, I am alive, I believe.
Yep.
With the words I received.
Demons will say whatever they need to get you to agree to things. So let's.
Ty gets up, like, that's no demon. And then he's like, wait, thinking for a moment, like, there's a lot of smart people around him right now. At least he considers Isaac very smart. Like, at least I don't think he's a demon. No, not you, Orion. You are not what Ty thinks is the smart boy in this group. As opposed to the 300-some-year-old or 400-year-old scholar. Orion's catchphrase is, I am
Look,
confused.
You said a lot. You said a lot of smart people. There are 4 people in this room.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I definitely
Isaac has
referring to
presence enough for
himself.
3 in the terms of smarts.
Oh man.
All right.
If that was Celestian, then, or did he? He didn't say Celestian.
He
just said.
He said it was not a demon. Yeah.
Well, that's
He's like, I think he's not a
Well,
demon.
Well,
Could be.
perhaps it was the owl. It appears to have, though not with the others.
No,
We
so
should
the owl would put
Strive to
on a
find them.
voice.
We should. It's wise.
Yeah.
I wasn't too sure if it was Orion or Isaac that said we should be like, but that's wise. Yeah. And he wouldn't, like, outright credit Orion, given their, like, little children rivalry they're having right now. So it's like, Isaac has good ideas.
I mean, I was corroborating, so you know. It's an idea.
Well, then he's got
we
half
can
good ideas, and the
say-
half that he brought up are the good ones.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, with that,
We
Yeah.
should
This
stick.
is strong.
We should stick close together, though. We don't know what else could be in here.
Okay.
We don't want to. We don't want to get separated even further.
Orion, since
go ahead, hide behind me.
Orion, since you are taking the first steps forward, you get the same phrase in your head, and Aldebrand looks like you're close to. So 2 of you get that phrase of, "I was not alone in thought." Ty and Isaac yet do not get that phrase.
Right. He was not alone in thought, just so we're all aware.
Who? The owl? Ty says.
We don't know who's talking. Celestian, is that you?
As you step out further, Orion, you hear the phrase, and only you, others with different thoughts.
Okay, every time I walk, would you guys like to try walking? Every time I
Would
walk,
you guys like to try
He's back.
walking?
Ty's like, do you want me to hold your hand?
We perhaps hand holding is not necessary. I would prefer not to do that, but
Good.
it might be advisable to stick close together.
I think in
If
olden times they called
the-
it promenading. Would you like to promenade?
You're not here, Cassandra!
If the voice is suggesting that he was not alone, we should not be alone either.
That is true.
So question is whether or not he's alive if those aren't his own thoughts.
Wise.
Yeah, let's try and move together as a unit now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diamond formation.
All right, so as that group is, we'll go back to team other confusion, Cassandra. And so far, only Cassandra has heard the phrase, I was not alone in thought.
So I'm gonna now. I wasn't in the other party. Will you guys promenade with me?
Good. Frederick will be the first person to look at you like he's trying to make sure he knows what promenade means.
Walk with me through here.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll take Atlas's hand and then kind of move
Aw.
up with Cassandra.
Frederick's hand is out waiting for her.
It is.
I just ignore
in
it.
fact, no, it's not happening. He's not doing that. He's not.
He's too nervous. He's too nervous to do that.
Oh,
He's got to wait a few more times.
He's got to wait for his turn. No, he's actually quite okay with not holding Alara's hand and moves up to Cassandra instead.
And I kind of I think as we're walking, we're just kind of get. At least my goal is to do a general circle around this way and this to kind of walk around.
All right, so let's pull you
Look at
back
stuff.
a bit. So you get about.
Oh no, I was just letting you know where we're going.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah. So
trajectory.
Frederick's taking clearly Sundari rejected. Like he's up the front with where Cassandra is, right? Panger's still being like a cat in a window. At this point, all of you, I'll hear the phrases, I was not alone in thought. Others with different thoughts, conflicting thoughts, and there's this tension in the air. Like when someone's about to drop the shoe, like you're fired, like one of those. Like there's like the next phrase like it doesn't sound like it's gonna be good, just feeling.
Oh, that's not... Okay. I think keep walking forward. Can we? It's just like a general feeling through the air. There's not like a direction.
Yeah,
it's coming
yeah.
from. It's just like
There's no like clear indicator for it. It's like when you read the room and you're like, man, this something's bad's gonna happen.
Yeah,
like
I think-
it's leading me down a dark path in this conversation.
I think getting a feel for this thing, Cass is ready to attack. Like she's not sure. I'm not sure if something's gonna come and attack us after this. I'm just gonna be ready.
All right, Cass, you take a step forward and continue on. Brave as you are, Frederick's not nearly as brave as you, so he's not complete and promenade nod with you.
So we're not promenading together.
And when you do take that step,
I don't like the pausing.
you see like out of the corner of your eye, very Weeping Angel-esque, a figure. And when you turn to it, you see what appears to be Orion. Only all the color is drained from him except for his eyes. So a very shadowy figure. And you hear the phrase, thoughts that struck out at each other to survive. Now, other group.
We have
Oh,
Shadow
gosh.
Orion.
We are promenading in
Yes!
a very masculine
A
way.
masculine
That-
promenade?
In a way,
We don't hold hands. We like just they sync up steps or something.
yeah.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Shoulder to
Yeah,
shoulder.
yeah, we're all
we have
very
choreography.
Yeah, we don't want to touch each other, but we're gonna do this because we have
Oh,
to.
this makes me so happy that everyone's using this phrasing.
Back to
Yay.
back.
That's what she said.
All right, so you guys are just like practicing for your music video.
Yep.
Choreography, yes.
Choreography.
Backstreet Boys over here.
Actually, boys. All right.
No.
Our new team name. Okay.
Yeah, not old man. It's like, okay. Well, at this point, I think they're getting up there. in
They're old
age.
men.
Yeah, so it might be
Pretty
actually
old.
true.
Past their prime. Team.
So as you guys like keep a good steady rhythm of moving forward, because at this point my mental image of you guys is like choreography move steps. You're like, yeah, I got this. I just want to hear the rest of the lyrics of the song, please.
We all have leather jackets. And
Yeah, like I
slick
was not
back hair.
alone in thought. Others with different thoughts,
West Side
conflicting
Story.
thoughts,
Yeah,
All snapping
exactly.
together. Yeah.
thoughts. Ow! That struck out to survive. And then like, as opposed to everything else, since you're like doing Thriller, I guess, like everyone gets like an image of a shadowy version from not the corner of the eyes, but kind of like it's a dance off. Like you're just right in front of you. Like, you don't. It's right in your face. You guys are boldly wandering forward, and it's like conflicting thoughts. Great. So everyone knows how to whisper.
Oh no.
You said a shadowy figure of who for us?
They're a shadow figure of the group to the south. So you have a shadow figure of Cass,
Gotcha.
Frederick,
Okay, cool. That's what I was.
Alara, and Atlas. So let's put these. I'm going to make lives a little bit easier for people to conceptualize who's talking to who in this situation by moving everyone a little up to the north. Know that you guys still are in north and south situations, but this will help you guys figure out like who's talking to who.
Okay.
Oh, good lord. Okay.
This is fine.
It'll also help me figure out who's talking to who because you've got a lot of permutations. So that's not true. We'll do this. Cass and Orion.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Cass in her bubble.
It's a very nice bubble. And Pinker's also up there with his bubble.
Pinger is up there. All right. Do a little test whisper to Observer. Those that are watching, all 4 of them, will be able to see that through... Where's Revolution? Go ahead and do a whisper to make sure it works. Kindoke. All right, the way this works is such. Prepare to type. You won't have a whole lot of time to respond.
Oh no.
I'm gonna get prep whisper observe.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
You'll be looking to, if you're on the left side, look the person to your right. If you're the right side, look the person to the left. The question will be like this. I'll ask you a question. You'll first provide an answer for yourself. You provide an answer for the other person. Like if I say, hey, Cass, what's Orion's favorite color? Orion, what's Cass's favorite color? You'll first respond for the other person. Like, Cass, you'd say, oh, blue. And then first, like, oh, and mine's yellow. Make sense? Okay. Everyone ready for how this works?
Okay.
So you provide an answer to the question, which is the other person, what you think it is. And you provide an answer for yourself, because they have the same question for you.
So probably, like, separate by a comma or something.
A comma, a period, a dash, an exclamation point. Some clear delineation between the two. The first one is the answer. The second one is answering for yourself so that they can answer for you.
This makes me so afraid, and I don't know what it shouldn't.
So
I shouldn't have so much dread.
Okay. Not going to remember about the NPCs right now, which would be the first one, which is Ty and Atlas. Dragons. So we'll start with Orion and Cassandra. Okay.
Got this. Orion, we got this.
So, ready to type?
Yeah.
Okay. For Orion, who is Cassandra's best friend? Cassandra, who is Orion's best friend? Go.
Her face. Oh God.
Okay. Well, that's good news. So, as you two face off, and in different areas, shadow versions of each other. Okay. You guys square off with... oh, we lost somebody.
Ian.
Yep, gotta redo the entire stream. We'll take a break after this so I can fix that.
Yeah, to fix it. Yeah, that's fair.
No.
Yep. Actually, before we do the rest of this, we'll leave you in complete suspense. So, I currently have it 4:15.
Why?
I would take that up with your party member. I need to fix this now.
I'm going to give him a stern glaring.
Yes.
Be like, sir.
So I'll probably about like maybe 5. So I currently have it 4:18. Great time for a bio break, guys. And we'll pick back up at maybe 4:25. So I have to read completely.
Okay.
So you can live in anxiety for like 7 minutes.
Or your entire life, like some people.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to answer for Frederick. Shit.
I couldn't.
Oh no.
Orion's is difficult because, like, oh god, I feel like I got it
Because
wrong.
I'm just so friendly.
Oh no.
Like I feel like you could probably guess Cass really easily. I feel like I got Orion's wrong.
If I got Cass's wrong, I'll be very surprised.
That's fair. That's very. Here, all right, I will be right back. It's cool. Just casual anxiety.
Frankenstein's monster stream. That's right. The soothing music, though, now, though. Player 1 is Isaac. Everyone's gone, so I'm taking a good guess. Cassandra is... Ryan is over here. Now that is Ian, so let me take that out. Swap that. Meh.
Oh no.
Not like this.
I don't know whether or not I should. I'm not going to, but I feel very tempted to search just Frederick into the fucking Discord. Just gather as much information as I can.
Prepare. Yeah.
I've brought a thing of chocolate milk. That's my.
I don't. Will that help?
I don't know.
I'm trying to like. What is the relation between chocolate milk and this situation?
It'll help calm his
It
nerves.
calms me.
It calms you.
Duncan the player.
I got a different. Look at this adorable little dinosaur I got my nephew.
Aww.
Look how cute it is.
Are they in the dinosaur phase?
Oh, he's existed in the dinosaur phase for like years now. My brother got him a book from the National Museum of whatever
Dinosaurs?
history. Yeah, and it's and it's like an in-depth thing of all the dinosaurs, and he just he got it for him on Christmas, and he just sat down and just kept reading through it. He's turning 5 soon. But he's like all about dinosaurs, and Triceratops are his favorite.
Of course
So-
they are.
Of course they are.
So he's
The
visiting me on
basic bitch.
Thursday, so I'm gonna give him this.
We love you, Theo.
Love you, Theo.
Nothing wrong with being basic.
There's nothing wrong. No, Starbucks. Yum.
He will teach you about dinosaurs.
It's his,
I'm not
it's his,
allowed
ex-
to
it's his
say-
area of expertise currently.
It
For
is,
most of his
like,
life.
Pretty much all of his life.
For all of his life.
Yeah, but he doesn't like them in movies when they're real. He likes seeing the bones because he knows they can't hurt him. So he's still scared of dinosaurs. If you go to theme parks where the dinosaurs move around, that still scares him.
Mm-hmm.
He prefers to see them in museums.
I mean, that seems like a reasonable. If dinosaurs were still alive, that would be my reaction as well.
Yep.
These things are rad as
I do
hell,
not wish
but
to go
also
to-
terrifying.
Things in Jurassic Park can hurt me. Things, pictures of them cannot. The cartoons,
Yep.
Land of the Lost, cannot hurt me. Alright, I need to move the lore around just a moment, and we will be back to our regularly scheduled dinsing.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to echo back for a moment how those answers played out. So the question for Orion was, who is Cass's best friend? And his thought answer to that, as you guys are going out and squaring off thematically against these creatures of shadow, engaging in actual both mental and physical combat as things square off. You're just not rolling to hit. The response there is conflicting thoughts. Was Cassandra's best friend? Orion's thought there is, that's Alara. So he's defending himself very well. So he gets this blade, this long sword, goes right through Orion. Does absolutely nothing to him.
Oh, I'm gonna get
Oh,
sliced in half. Oh
Yeah,
no.
like almost
Sam,
as
don't
though like
fuck
a
this up.
similar red. It feels like you get hit with water.
Oh no.
Like this is
Wow.
normal. This is fine.
Oh no.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, I know I got my answer wrong.
But Cass, when you see that
Yeah.
corner of the eye, like Orion he chucks an axe at you, hits you right in the chest, and it hurts. It
Yep.
reverberates,
That's
and you
fair.
take
Uh-huh.
because you believe his best. Would you like to out yourself? What you believe the best
I
friend
was
is?
thinking. And
Tie,
I
right?
couldn't say Sunder.
Hi.
So I said Nazdaman. Cause like they got along.
Well, I mean, I guess as the fates have it, it's like it's a reasonable enough answer. You only take 2 points of psychic damage as this like hits your
Okay.
chest. Like you feel your heart palpitating as you get hit with this thing.
For my sanity, who is Orion's best friend?
Ethel.
His
Ethel.
wife.
Oh, okay. God damn it. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
You always gotta marry your best friend.
Yeah.
That's fair. Fair
So
enough.
I'm glad you've had a moment to find ways to steal yourself as this continues on. As Isaac, you find yourself face to face with a staff-wielding elf of similar origin who sends out the equivalent of magical missiles at you, as the question is the same. Who's Alara's best friend? Alara, similarly, you've got a Elohimian elf who's blasting you with a fireball, it looks like, or a fire bolt. Who is Isaac's best friend? Go ahead and whisper.
Oh, this might be awkward.
Oh wait! Oh shit! I put my wrong. Hang on. My answer wrong. My second one's wrong. Shit. Fuck.
One.
Fuck! I did it! Oh god!
Okay.
Oh no!
I panicked.
Oh god!
So I only have half of an answer from Isaac, unfortunately. He answered for himself, but not who his best friend would be. So this will be very...
Sorry, it came in a second one. Is it not in yet?
Oh.
Yeah, I see it come in now. Okay.
I just can't type. I did the
So.
wrong thing.
Oh no!
Fuck.
Unfortunately, so this is a good way of saying thematically, you are frazzled by what you believe that those are.
But she did just see Cass get like
It's true.
hit with an axe, so
Fucked
that's
up.
fair.
Dear Lord.
God.
So for Alara, the question is, who do you think that Isaac's best friend is? And when that happens, you definitely feel like the heat of this going into, but it feels more like a campfire. Like nothing happens to you, as like you get pelted with magic missiles of fire. It's like candlelight, campfire. It's actually kind of soothing. You don't really get hurt that much. But the way your thoughts are organized, Isaac, you get hit with radiant light that absolutely is like getting hit with. You've been a while, but getting hit with magic missile. It does hurt.
Oh gosh, this.
Uh-oh.
And at the end of the day, it comes out to about 7 psychic damage. Again, that kind of hurt. Oh, Panger, I know that you're trying to be a support cat, but let me move you real quick. Oh, Panger,
wow.
who do we face off with you? Will we be Panger and the Owl? I don't know.
It'd be
We have
Panger
two
and
Pangers, it's
You
Yeah,
do
but
Panger v.
Cass-
Panger! Kind of an easy answer. Like, Panger, who's your best friend? Myself.
It's like both Cass and
All a
Orion
million
have
of
a
me.
Panger.
All million of me. All right. Moving down the next square. This will be interesting. It's just for Aldebrand. This will be easy. Just an NPC. Aldebrand, who's Frederick's best friend?
Oh god.
I feel like
Oh,
Aldebaran's got
did I do that right?
getting screwed.
Yeah.
I might have done that wrong.
No, I got the name part of it. Good. All right. So in this case, you're squaring up against Frederick. So very two like magical swordsmen, and he lashes at you with his sword with similar alacrity, and you get hit.
No.
And it hurts as that shadowy blade goes right through your chest, and you take a whole 3 points of psychic damage.
No. So Diane wasn't your friend. Okay.
Not your best friend.
No.
I don't think there's a way you could have gotten that one.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has got enough time to know Frederick to get that answer. Although that would be very
Yeah.
problematic for, well, this entire group, because the questions aren't over.
Oh no. I don't think this is gonna go well.
Similarly, on the other side, you see Frederick is facing off with the shadowy version of Aldebrand. He also does not resolve that situation very well. Atlas and the tie situation, they actually go pretty well.
I'm sure they're doing.
It's really it's like it must be a dragon thing, but they don't seem to be all that hurt by each other, or they're just so damn durable.
Can I ask who was
Ty's best friend?
Uh-huh.
It's not Orion. Sorry, it's his sister Arlandi.
Aww.
Am I like at least like top 10?
He
No, legitimately Orion is top 10 with Ty. Yeah.
Okay, like,
Yeah.
This is like last on the list of people Ty is gonna kill.
Once I've gone through them all, I come for you. All right, we do a little shuffle to make my life easier. I'm gonna shuffle the right side.
Oh.
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 Oh no.
Oh.
No. That's what's happening?
No.
What? No.
All right, it's time for whispers.
I thought I had
Ready
it
to
so
dance?
easy. I was like, yo, I can get Cass.
Yeah.
I can
like,
do
we
this.
got this.
Nope.
Oh no.
As the melee continues, the shadow figures, they absolutely chaotically switch off. You have a moment when you're faced up with someone you like lock eyes, and that's where these thoughts come about when you're fighting each other. So the shadow figures leap out in the melee to the north and the south of these regions. And two NPCs, I'll go down. Orion, you're facing off against Atlas. Atlas is actually a pretty capable sword fighter. Is he going against you? And the question that goes, and you just have to whisper, it's just one because it's an NPC, is what makes Atlas feel safe?
Oh.
Do I have to answer for myself?
You will have to answer yourself because I'm going to
Okay.
take the perspective of Atlas.
Oh no. Oh no. That means. Oh no. She's like, hey, what makes you feel safe?
I don't know how good my answer for myself was.
Yeah, no. So you're going off and like legitimately is a capable swords fighter, very very fast, like Aldebrand is, and you parry off with the shield, and you know that these things aren't really corporeal in nature, right? But it does spark and deflect off, dealing nothing to you. On the Atlas side of things, you see Atlas going against Mecha Orion. He throws a shadow axe, and they just like do like a Winter Soldier thing to Atlas, like you can beat it from both sides. Atlas does not do very well against Orion.
Oh no.
But Orion, you're 2 for 2, taking
Boy.
no psychic damage. Good job, buddy. Moving down, go ahead and get ready, Isaac and Cassandra. Ready?
This is gonna go so poorly.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Isaac, what makes
Fine.
Cassandra feel safe? Cassandra, what makes Isaac feel safe?
That's about what I got.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. Hey. Oh no.
So I'm gonna go ahead and ask Isaac a question because they're tangential, right?
Ooh.
Give me 3 adjectives that describe a library, Isaac.
Like saying them.
Are you muted?
Same-
Whisper. Yeah, I'm sorry. Quiet, solitude, and or knowledge.
All right, fantastic. So the two, Cassandra and Isaac, you go up against each other.
Uh-huh.
Cassandra, again, holy sword, which looks dark as fuck right now. Isaac, fire of Aminator, Lathander, right? Like, legitimately, it's like a Gandalf, like, Boromir looking fight.
Just like staring at fire, like, well, shit.
But as you clash with your shadowy figures in different sides, you find that you're able to avoid each other's damage entirely.
Yeah! Good job, Isaac!
Even at the end, where it looks like Cass is going to like slice it at Isaac's neck, it like stops. Like, and this is where this fight ends.
We don't have to talk. Actions
Yeah,
speak louder than words.
Okay,
Guys like lock eyes and like just back off. Like, moment of respect. Neither of you hurt each other. Aldebrand and Alara. Aldebrand. What makes Alara feel safe? Alara, what makes Aldebrand feel safe?
Okay, well, my whisper function is no longer working.
Okay.
Oh.
That's cool.
I want to take a moment to reload roll 20, see if that helps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spring makes me feel safe.
Sorry, I'm really not. I'm being serious. It's not letting me.
Oh
select
no,
it.
I don't think any of us are thinking these.
No, no one's thinking that.
Okay, let's see. There it goes.
Okay.
Like, Alderaan, you should be good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We literally answered it earlier.
I know. I feel confident that I answered
It's like,
correctly.
where's my milk? Ah!
Yeah, the issue is if he answers correctly, that saves her.
Yeah. Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't.
No, that's okay.
Oh, no.
So
Oh, no.
to make this, Alara, give me 3 nouns that help you describe the night sky.
Oh. Nouns?
Nouns, yeah. Subjects.
Related to. Maybe not
Related to.
described,
When you
but
think about the
related.
night
Things.
sky, what are 3 like nouns, like subjects, objects that make you think
That are
about the night
there.
sky? They could be. There's no like right or wrong answer. It's just it can't be an adjective.
Stars?
Stars. Okay, that's a thing.
Astronomers.
Astronomers. Okay.
The moon.
The moon. Yeah, those are all nouns. They're all objects. So stars, moon, and
it's so
astronomers. It's
Buck putting together the best ad lib ever.
I'm panicking. Be a stress ball. Be
all
the stress
right.
balls.
I'm running out of chocolate milk here, man.
So I will say this because of how now I better understand your characters from the trivia. This is what happens. And I'll give a lot of credit, actually, to the way that Aldebrand specifically, you clarified this answer in trivia.
Ooh.
So, Aldebrand, you're up against Alara for a moment. So when Aldebrand goes up from the shadowy Alara is actually really surprisingly strong when she wants to be. She summons things. She summons like these stars of light that like just go against you like hail. And for a moment, you feel like they're going to be cold, radiant, and hurt you. But they don't. Like, when they get there, they become like this glitter, like into dust. And by the time they reach you, they've completely dissipated. Alara, similarly, Aldebrand is like all up in your business, not really letting you cast. And you're using your staff to deflect. And you find that like it feels more like wind against you, as opposed to anything else. At the moment, he cuts through your staff, not cutting the staff itself, but like an illusion going through your staff and goes through you. And you feel like a warmth, like the phoenix. And something very familial in the end result, causing also no damage.
Let's go.
And the agency there was, Aldebrand, you said that both the phoenix tangentially relates to how your family is.
Yep.
Which was your the saving grace there.
Let's go. Okay.
All right, time to do the shuffle.
Oh no, how many more of these?
No.
I think
We got 2 more, guys.
Yeah, we got
2 more. It's gonna be fine. I know lots about Atlas.
Or this is our
I know
life now.
nothing about Frederick.
This is gonna be exciting.
Alright.
Hi.
Aldebrand, we got this. We got this.
Oh God, I'm gonna start by saying, Laura, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
For this
no.
specific question.
Oh
no.
But we're starting with you because you're at the top. You fight against Ty. So this is who was previously a champion of yours. Remember from like previous season. So when the shadow versus non-shadow melee continues, you find like this shadowy spark is like suddenly like rips up the ground, which heals itself. Fun fact. And then you're staring down Ty, and the question becomes. Again, I am genuinely sorry for this one.
Oh no.
Get your whisper ready. What brings Ty joy?
Oh,
no.
God.
And then also, like, what brings Alara joy? And I'll stop doing the countdown. Everyone's getting pretty quick about answering these, so I'll give plenty of space. As long as no one's looking in the stream for the answers, don't cheat.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I have it blocked. I forgot that was an option.
Mhm.
Fair.
It's more for people that currently are watching. Like I think
'Cause,
Baka's
it's going to church
there.
or
Yeah, that Ben, neat demon, neat agonizing the players over their existences.
Is it murder?
Not wrong. So, Alara, you're like, what brings him joy? And like, you get this answer, and that sword that comes up does that little Chrono Trigger crit move where it goes up and then down right through you, and does it hurt? Yeah.
Oh no.
Have you taken psychic damage already, Alara? I don't think you have.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh,
And I'll ask for that. I will ask for that.
I think it's different kinds of damage. Or
No, I will say it's all
it
psychic
increases.
damage, but as eating, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan has it right. It will increase the more you do.
If you get all
more
the
fails
wrong,
you
you're
have.
getting a lot.
So it comes down, and man, does Sunder fucking hurt. You're like, oh, I think this is what you like. This rips through you for 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
On the other side, which is to say, Ty and Alara, she does the same thing where she's like doing this really cool like monk-like staff battle with him, but like goes to whack him upside his big oafish head and just goes through him like he's okay.
Big open head.
can we? What does bring Ty joy?
His family.
Oh.
You gotta go with the yeah. You gotta go with
Yeah.
the core
It
answer.
seems like a safe bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of what Ty did was for Io and still continues to do, even in the book.
Yeah.
All right, that's like his very his North Star is Iolanthe.
Oh.
Okay.
But also probably killing. Probably killing is like a second.
It's a close.
He's not. If this was if this was Ozzy, you would have been absolutely correct. I guess that's the difference. He is a paladin, and Ozzy is a destroyer of shit. Moving on down, kind of. Orion, let's see if you can go 3 for 3, bud. Your question is going to be very similar. What brings Frederick joy, and then what brings Orion joy?
Ooh, I have a feeling I know what the answer is going to be for him, and I also feel like it's going to be wrong. It's going to be very interesting.
So on Orion's side, where he's squaring off against a Frederick, very Aldebrand tactics, right? So a seasoned battle master, he's doing a lot of parries, a lot of shields, shield bashes, keeping his footing. But then, in the last piece of it, Frederick does a Misty Step and slashes open Orion's back, and it hurts, taking a total of 8 psychic damage.
Oof.
On the Frederick side, he's fighting against Orion, against like the Winter Soldier thing where there's 2 of them. But he's doing a really good job of doing like not the John Wick thing, the gun kata knight. What was that? Equilibrium, where he's just doing a really good job of keeping mobile and like parrying off the attacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving on.
I said his family. Can I? What brings Frederick joy? I went very like broad.
That that I can, because it's very
Okay,
plot oriented
that's
for the
fair.
next 3 sessions. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Very plot oriented. Isaac.
Ooh.
Your question is going to be, you can probably guess the format at this point. You know, what brings Atlas joy, and then what brings Isaac joy?
I know what immediately came to mind. I know is not the answer, but I still find it entertaining.
Digging graves.
Yeah, I had a bit of time to write this one out, so.
Yeah.
Right, but it's a lot more wordy.
Oh no, I was thinking for like Atlas, like souls.
Yeah, actually,
Just
Atlas doesn't do so well in this one. So Atlas against
Oh.
Isaac does get like peppered, like kind of does like the awkward like fawn in nature thing where he can't get his footing. He just gets like hit with a bolt and a bolt and a bolt. But that isn't completely accurate. Have you taken psychic damage yet? You have?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yep.
I won't progress it because it's tangential, but it's not happiness. It's in the realm of.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah. So I won't. I'll do this. I'll get the damage and I'll give you resistance to it. How about that?
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good trade-off. So it's so tangential. It's kind of like you absolutely have it like wrong for Atlas. So he has like these like unarmed, like he's a swordsman. He's like he gets a punch in for a whole amount of 3 rounded down, 1 psychic damage.
The fun part is he took 2 damage on the first one.
That's hilarious. So it escalates for like less. So that's cool. A D&D. Ooh, so we got 2 PCs, so it'll be PC contested now.
Yeah.
You've had some time to think about it.
got
So,
this.
Aldebrand, what brings
got
Cassandra
this.
joy? Cassandra, what brings Aldebrand joy?
You got this.
I feel confident.
Okay, good.
You won't be taking damage.
You're hugging your pillow right now.
You won't be taking damage.
I ran out of chocolate milk.
All right, so on the Cassandra side, they're fighting against Aldebrand, and because of that snap dance choreography, you actually are good in lockstep with your footing, and it looks more like Cassandra and Aldebrand are doing like a good thematic like medieval tournament fight. It looks mock up. No one takes damage. It's very, very beautiful to watch, and the same thing is true on the Aldebrand Cassandra side. It just looks very entertaining to watch, but not lethal by any means.
Yeah.
Let's go. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Good job. Good job. We got this.
One more, probably.
One more.
Come on, guys.
Maybe. Or
All right,
Um,
Atlas.
or this is our life. Now.
mind link.
It's what is
Doing a cycle down. Actually, no. I think Cass might be capable of getting this one. This is Cass and Ty. You're again after Alara, the person you're supposed to be protecting in this grand melee, just like cleaves her with a shadow sunder.
Yep.
The next is he's coming right for Cass.
Yep. That's fair.
Cass, what does Ty fear, and what does Cass fear?
Weirdly enough, I actually think that they fear the same thing.
We'll find out momentarily on Aurora Adventures. Yep. So they square off, and theirs is a much more show of vicious force. Like, it looks like they're trying to kill each other when they're fighting on both sides. Like, no quarter given. However, all of the strikes, sparks of darkness flying, and Cassandra's side, light and darkness because of her Northsworn. And, however, it's left with a good pushback and some distance between them before it stops. And they take no damage, both of them.
They, at least around fears, I think they think very
Yeah, yeah, because they've had very similar traumas for that one. Mm-hmm. Orion and Alara. Orion, what does Alara fear? Alara, what does Orion fear?
I don't know.
Yep, a little trickier.
Like in general?
However
Right?
that
Whatever
that
you
thought,
interpret
that
it,
concept
yeah.
is interpreted.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like the way that thought is the chaos of combat personified into thought.
Even if you get your own answer wrong, technically.
Yeah,
right?
exactly, because you can get your own answer wrong, which would affect them.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Alara's side. Alara, you're going up against a shadow version of Orion, and he like pulls up like his one gauntlet that has like Ethel in it, and he goes up and does like the Iron Man punch thing ready to do, and you just like hold up and stop it like with your hand, like you're gonna block it the best you can do. Does nothing, like it's repelled. So Alara takes no damage.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Well, you said that makes me feel like I take damage.
Oh, no.
Well, at least it's only your first time.
It's my second time.
Oh no.
Uh,
well,
Well,
No one's gonna answer Frederick, right? Come on.
Yeah, Frederick's. Yeah.
So Alara, for your answer, because that could be interpreted a few different ways.
Should have to come up with nouns again.
Please no more nouns.
No, I'll give you,
One
I'll give you options, but you have to pick one. This is
Yes,
going to
we
be.
add
I'm going to give
verbs.
you three.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you three, but you have to pick one. From that, is it fight, failing, or losing that better sums up your answer? And this is, what do you fear the most? fighting, failing, or losing. Which one of those three?
Losing.
Losing. Okay. Orion.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's much more tense, for sure.
Yeah.
And this is your third?
Second. So
Second.
3D.
I'll say because tangential, similar things, it's resistance.
Cool.
However, I did not roll 3 1s this time, so it's 5 psychic damage.
Jesus Christ.
Look, I mean, according to the percentage of health that we have, that's still probably
That's
not an
like,
equal amount of damage.
like Alara, just like. Yeah, right.
That's like a punch to the shoulder.
Yeah, it's like a headache. You gave him a minor headache. It's like the continuity does worse to me, Alara. Don't worry about it.
I feel a little bit better now.
Yeah. Moving on.
I said failure.
Mm-hmm. And you had 3 themes in there. Yeah, they're all pretty close. All right. It's a matter of fear. Aldebrand. Get your pillow ready. What does Atlas fear, and what do you fear?
All right. And I can't give 2 answers.
If you give 2, like the more complex your answer, your thoughts are, the more I'll start asking more questions that can make it harder.
Oh, God.
If you get a good clean answer and it's a clean answer, then it's confident answer and you can get complete nothing. Or you could try to hedge it and get resistance. Or you can be completely wrong.
I'll be wrong.
I'll be wrong.
Interesting. So on Aldebrand's side, he's scoring up against Atlas. And the thing that he believes he fears the most, he's going up against a dragon. And yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. So you're going up against sword to sword, and you're familiar with the training that you've done as like a Targaryen knight. It's very different than Elohimian like sword fighting, which is how Nia taught him. But you adapt very quickly and keep on your foot. By the end of it, you're like panting, and you're like short of breath, but have not sustained any damage. Atlas has a very similar, almost mimicked effect to the south. You got the answer.
Oh, Atlas.
I just appreciate
Like his soul and what has been told, his sole reason for existence, like failing that. Yeah, it's a pretty good answer.
I was... Give my second answer and you tell me whether or not it would be correct or no. I was also going to say having to Soulburn Alara as his greatest
I think
fear.
that, yeah, I don't know about it's like grace fear, like, but what he's found is, I didn't say what his grace fear, but what he fears, and he would fear that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
I
thinking
also-
like having the soul burn.
I don't think that's what immediately his mind would think of.
True.
It's like I was born to do this one thing and I fail at it. Yeah, he does fear that. That's a fair thing.
Yep.
And
So-
by the way, you're not done. You got one more.
Do it.
Oh,
Do it.
okay.
You not to be a glutton for punishment,
Yeah.
you skipped me.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, Isaac and Frederick, yep.
Yeah.
So, fortunately, I'm pretty sure you have that prepped up, right? So go ahead and drop it. Interesting. So both Frederick and that thing gets pelted and hurt very badly with Isaac, ironically.
Oh no.
And that's
Poor
partial.
Frederick.
Yeah, Frederick's like, he's not doing
He's
well.
a man of
bleeding
mystery.
to the nose and the ears. He's getting like cyclically pummeled. And also Isaac, this is your third. This is gonna be a fail. Your third fail. Fourth fail.
Third.
Third, thank you.
Third.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
So
All ones, baby.
So you feel
Let's
like
go.
very confident, like he's charging at you, like great. I know what this is. Just like pelt, cantrip, like searing flame sort of thing. Flaming hands, got this. Goes right through it. Does the whole like samurai like cut right through the chest effect with his sword. You take 16 psychic damage. It hurts.
Oh, Christ.
Oh.
That is not what he fears.
Oh.
Frederick, my man.
We
Yeah.
need to learn more about you.
There's gonna be a lot of text RPs.
It's like,
between this
what is
week
wrong
and
with you? All right, so final cycle. This will be the last one. So for those that are trying to not die, which I imagine is everybody.
Right, Frederick.
So there is Ty and Atlas, so I won't do that one. Orion and Cassandra.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me get my thing out because I didn't know there's gonna be another thing. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, you know, I think you guys are pretty good with this one. Now I think about it. Orion. What would Cassandra kill someone for? Cassandra, what would Orion kill someone for? And now that we've gone to the final question, these are all your trivia questions.
Yep. Which makes it difficult for the NPCs.
It does. Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Poor Aldebrand's like, Frederick, I don't know, but don't kill me.
I actually think I got this one. For the first time, I'm
I
confident.
mean, I'm sitting here pretty sure that Alara and I are gonna kill each other.
So I was like, I would never hurt anyone. So I was like, you don't know me that well. I'm gonna murder a fool. All right, I got Orion's. I need Cassandra's.
Who would they kill someone for? Or
Who would
they kill?
Orion kill someone for?
And
Like
then
for
who
this
would I
reason.
kill someone for?
And then who would
Oh,
you?
who? What?
Yeah, or what? What? Subject good too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure
What-
those two are what.
It's like that. That's because what, not who. It could be a person. It could be a thing.
Gotcha.
Mine covers both, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the finale that goes with Orion and Cassandra ends in an explosion. Praeventorius versus Northsworn. One final clash, and on both sides, the shadows dissipate with no further damage. Good job.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good job.
The darkness has been banished. Moving down.
Teamwork.
Isaac and Alara. Isaac, what would... Good. Alara! What would Isaac kill someone for? A reason to commit the murder.
Like the light stab. Well, he wouldn't stab. The light burning.
Got a sword too.
Okay.
Second, third degree burn.
It's a slashy sword, but it's got a sword.
Yeah. He's got the Gandalf thing going here.
That's true.
It's elven sword work.
Got a shovel. Back,
was gonna say,
just in case
my-
an emergency grave is needed.
Is it
Sword is
tactical
actually the spell focus. So
Oh.
curved blade has like sunbeams basically coming off the curved part of it, and yeah.
That's cool.
No, I don't. Just knowing that you're a grave cleric, I really just want you to fight with a tactical shovel.
Shovel Knight?
It's like, it's like if you unscrew this part, knife. If you.
Yes, you two are murdering each other.
Oh. God.
So Alara v Isaac is more like a wizard standoff, where it's like the Kamehameha situation, pulling up energy from one side and blasting each other. You both do not succeed this. So Isaac, or you're on the now you're fourth now.
Oh no.
Oh, Isaac, buddy.
Yeah, and you come out of this not winning against Voldemort. Isaac, this one may take you out.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, I may go the route of Voldemort and just turn to dust here.
24. You take 24 points of psychic damage as that blast eclipses yours and just hits you.
And I am out.
Down. All right. So we'll get to. Fortunately, it's the last test, so we'll get to death saving throws in just a moment. Alara, is the first, second, or third time you've taken psychic damage?
This will be the second.
Okay. And
So you would
you
have healing
also
that's near
lose your
Isaac.
Kamehameha and take 11 points of psychic damage. The both of you on both sides. Darkness is eclipsed between Cassandra and Orion, and it's the exact opposite. Winds out and as a burst in motes of darkness on both of their sides. Aldebrand and Frederick.
All right, Frederick, let's go.
Do this. What would Frederick kill someone for, and then what would Aldebrand kill someone for? Mm-hmm.
And then I'm spare the dying Isaac.
Yeah, that's fair. It's like,
Well, he
can
doesn't
anyone-
do death
can anyone
saves?
help Isaac?
That's all we can do.
How
got
many psychic
medicine.
times have been two? Or you're with two right now? This is the third time. many
I
times-
was only hit once.
All right, so you're wrong. So you're taking.
Oh wow, Frederick, you're deeper.
Everyone seems to think he's got this love interest with Alara, and you're finding out real quickly it's not that.
I was
No, I
thinking
found-
it was a duty bound thing.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Nope.
You said duty.
Duty. The call of it. Takes
I
17
thought it
points of
was
psychic damage.
3d6. Okay.
Two. 'cause-
You
yeah,
failed
three
once
is-
already.
Yeah.
I only
Yeah.
failed once.
Then 14 points of psychic damage. Take that last 3 off.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
It's like
All right.
any less.
All of this has dissipated. I'll shift to the northern side because we have man down. I'll move everyone back to south and start with team old men, and one of them is currently dying. When all of the shadowy creatures have finished their conflict, you have Isaac, who's currently on the ground, like bleeding from like eyes, ears, mouth from all this. Aldebrand, you don't look too great, but you're not that. So immediate reactions. Otherwise, we're going into death saving throws.
Spare the dying.
Spare the dying. Stabilized. That's
Yeah.
bonus action. Like, I see that you're currently not standing. All right.
So
So
1 foot in the grave.
all right. So you don't have to take death saving throws. You are stabilized, unconscious, Isaac.
Just laying there, though.
Yeah. Go ahead and role play
I'll-
that piece out because
I'll-
what does that look like? Aldebrand, Orion.
Yeah, I think Orion, after fighting, like, finishing off the shadow cast, he goes, all right, that wasn't so... Oh, okay, never mind.
This is like a knockout Isaac.
And then Orion is healing and proficiency in medicine, so I'll try to bring him back, like, get some smelling salts.
I's a
under his nose.
paladin, right? Can he give him a fucking
But
Boost.
will he?
Do you? Yeah.
I
So
look at Ty expectantly.
I mean, Ty's not a complete and utter jerk, but he is watching Orion try to revive Isaac with smelling salts. And it's like, I want to see this play out.
Well, just, like, try to nurse him back up.
God.
All right, yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Hey.
Not bleeding out. I won't have strong words for him. If I was bleeding out, we'd have words, okay?
All right, yeah, so, like, you come back
Yeah.
with, you have to have at least 1 hit point to be no longer unconscious. So you come back with 1 hit point, Isaac. However, you can't cast any spells just for the sake of being conscious. Because otherwise, that's medicine check is to stabilize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ty, like, looks like, yeah, like, good job. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Let me,
Would you like to use it?
No. Let me show you how you do this correctly. And he goes over to Isaac. Let's see what level of paladin is. Yeah. He will.
He's like high. So
Yeah, he
lay
like
on
does.
hands, like,
As you're like being like, I'm a medicine. I'm a man of science. Smelling salts. We gotta patch up that blood. Gotta take it away. Don't get infected. You
Yeah, I
can't.
cleaned up all the blood.
Pounding.
Yeah, like Isaac, like you can't see straight. Everything's blurry. You're like, hello, darkness, my old friend. It smells quite bad right here again. And then you feel cold. Like you feel like it's the coldness of the grave. Like, and now I'm dead. But it's actually Ty, being a Silver Dragonborn, just like clear, and it's 40 points of health back.
Woo!
He has quite a few levels of
Okay.
paladin in him to use.
yeah.
So 40 back. And then after that,
Wow.
after you get like
Ty, you can hit. How? I've never seen you use that ever.
well, people that fall typically are incapable martial losers. But this guy, he's smart. We need him to get through this because looking around here, he's,
No, I'm
he's
just
kind
surprised. I didn't
feel like-
realize you could heal.
well, he's like, yes, I can heal. I am capable of healing. He's like,
I think I need a second demonstration.
Okay, so let me get. You're asking this like arrogant, meat-headed dragonborn like for a demonstration. He does. He slaps you for 1 point.
Oh,
Just like
okay.
fine.
One point.
1 point back. He just slaps you. It's like, would you like another one? He just literally
No,
said
I'll
he doesn't
second
use it
win
because he thinks
myself.
people are weak.
All right. I'll second win myself.
Fine.
I'm going to thank you, Ty. That was appreciated. Did not feel good.
Now, hang in there, buddy. We need you through these dark, perilous times
She just
in a
smacked
foreign
Aldebrand.
world. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a one. Fuck me. All right, and then I'll.
It's like all those words must truly wound him. It's like, I could also use some health. No.
Oh wait, no, I rolled the wrong. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And then I get another.
I'm glad I've impressed
Math
Ty
is
in
fucking
some way.
failing. Okay, I got 14.
Meanwhile, like the healing wind that is Aldebrand's like,
Okay.
Then he looks around. I'll go to the south because good
Yeah.
job not dying, Team North.
How is?
I did my best to make it happen, but
I see that Lara's not looking great. How is Frederick looking?
Oh, Frederick is Frederick is the Isaac of your group. He looks
Yeah.
like if he's not about to like have a hemorrhage right now, he's like a step away from it.
So, Alara, do you want to heal yourself and I can help heal Frederick?
Sure, yeah.
How
See
much
that.
how much smacking do I need to provide to Frederick?
So I will do the inverse. If Ty provided Isaac with 40 points of health, you're looking at 40 points of health back for Isaac to get him back to where like capable. just like
I can
Isaac.
do that.
Or hey, let's make this more PC oriented. Whatever amount you actually heal Isaac for, or heal Frederick for, is what you heal Isaac gets healed for. So unfortunately, I try not to retcon the 40, but I think this is the best use of player choices.
Yeah, so I'll use my 40.
Okay.
I'll use all my lay on hands.
Fair enough. So everything stays too.
Like,
Thanks.
say,
Continuity is not affected.
Yeah, it's like continuity is
God.
there.
Brian breathes a sigh of relief.
Yeah, it's like I have the ability to heal for 40. You need 40, and also Frederick took a strong.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, I think Alara, I think you could heal yourself. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she could do that to Atlas and heal everyone who took chip damage at least.
It's true. Healing wind
Like-
effect. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, did anyone take damage? Anyone else take damage?
I took 2 points of damage.
Okay, yeah, so she could boost you all.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it, and I did it on myself, so I don't want to recommend that.
Yep. Okay. Fair enough. When you end up healing, I think when you end up healing Atlas, it will. So if you're healing yourself, that's healing yourself. Atlas took some damage too.
Yeah.
So you've withstood that.
Cool. Without the shadows, are we like good now, or?
We've accomplished a thing. Can we just call it victory? Bile, you're dead right now.
Okay, let's keep going with what we were doing before, and hopefully it will keep. I mean, we're all alive. That's a good sign.
So as you guys get your bearings from that, the one final thing, you can go ham on this fucking place now. You start to see each other between the north and the south, like that you were just going ham on each other. So for the team that's like Aldebrand and Co. To the south, you see Alara Co. Alara Co. You see Aldebrand Co. To each other's side. And then when the pain and the headaches begin to fade, you hear the voice of Celestian once more, echoing, probably to the thrum of your headaches for a few of you.
Northside still doesn't know it's Celestian because Ty is a tight-lipped bastard.
Yeah, that's true. He respects you, but not enough to tell you it's Celestian, right? From the fire of thought came form. And then you see like the area around you that's been a bit like less formed stars become more solidified. The glossiness now is consistent. Everything's not like crazy gelatin and abstract. It now looks like you're in a temple of like polished stone. But the stone itself looks like it's mirrored to the star or the astral sea. It said form gave clarity of thought through definition. Yet thought and form, they now found a new thing to wage war over. Resources hoarded by one another. That stops. And it gives you a moment to get your bearings. Let's see here. Those that have good senses of extra playing or perception. Cassandra, you feel as though something's coming. Orion, you feel as though something is coming.
Great. Can I tell from where, or is I feel like it's coming?
The outside. Kind of like you're in a house made of glass and something's coming towards the house of glass.
I just call out Brace to the others and pull
Yeah.
out the shield.
I'm gonna yell to
I take the
everyone,
dodge
"Get ready."
action.
I take the dodge action. That's
Dang.
2 hours, 7 minutes. Take the dodge action. All right, you take the dodge action.
You know, like Cass readies her shield and sword, like she yells similar to Orion, like everyone get ready, something's coming.
We can see the other group, right?
Yeah,
can see
we
each other, correct.
So we're just like,
Do we
With-
see a path to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
It's-
thin hallway.
We should try and get over there.
You don't feel, for
Move
both of
up.
you, that it's like about to go through this glass window in the next 6 seconds. You just feel like
Okay.
something is coming. Like when you see a train on the horizon, you're like, I'm on the tracks, and that's the only place I can be. I better do something about this.
gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, a little
Uh,
time to
with the
prepare.
others.
I think we go to connect as groups.
Yeah, like get together. I do. I'm
You want us
throwing out
moving
there. I'm
tokens or
seeing a
no?
thing over here, Buck.
Yes.
All
You've got
right.
some time to
Like-
explore. Like it's again, this is not
Let's-
happening in the next couple seconds.
I would like to see what that is. See if maybe it can be helpful if I
Okay.
can get there. Yeah.
Okay. So feel free to
Great.
walk over there. So now we've got, let's say, group Group Cass, who's investigating this object. Everyone else, I believe, is committing to reconciling. Reconvening.
I will tell them to reconcile and then check on this area because there's something that seems to stand out to me.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Like, and keep in mind, like that's like 40 feet up in the air. That's how like steep those
Is
steps are.
Ty going?
okay.
Is Ty actually going to listen to him?
I mean, Ty does Ty.
I'm just saying, is Ty actually going to go towards the others? Because I would like Orion not to be alone, so I will stay with him unless
Okay.
Ty.
So this is 40
I mean-
feet up in the air, you said?
Yeah, every set
I
of
guess I wouldn't see it
staircases is 20 feet up. As far as Ty, as sweet as it is, Ty is actually keeping an eye on Isaac after seeing him go down like that.
Aww.
So wherever Isaac is right now, Ty's like, let me just make sure Isaac doesn't get murdered.
He doesn't want.
He won't admit it to you. He won't admit that he's keeping looking out for you, but he's gonna stay nearby, dashing distance.
I just put a lot of work into this guy. We're down again, damn it.
It's like, that was all my
Right? I've invested and I've committed.
Yeah, I guess I probably wouldn't have seen this then because of the height difference.
Because of the walls, correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
However,
So I
where
will follow-
Aldebrand is, that was,
Yeah.
we'll say it's ground level effectively. That
Yeah.
would be seen.
I will then have followed Aldebrand's lead and probably gotten to this one.
Okay.
All right.
So we
What
have
are
a few
these
different situations
not
going
Green
on here.
squares.
Yeah,
Are they
that's
healing potions?
They're
well. That's Cass is looking at a green square.
we're trying to figure out what these things are.
Starburst.
Yeah.
You don't like Legend of Zelda link an object and suddenly it just like
Just fucking
throws
crush it.
out healing potions.
You kick the chest at
For
someone.
all you know, that's a fucking mimic. Cassandra, you
No,
then you
if it's a space mimic, I'm kind of down.
Oh God! Don't put that idea in his head. Now they're all
no,
space.
everything's already established what things are. Cassandra, you're the first person to declare that you're going to figure out what these things are. You do see, now that things have mentioned, like, been given form, everything seems like more stone-like. You notice a few more details in the area. There appear to be the equivalent of these little, like, moats, reflecting sconces, that provide this ambient, nice, like, pale blue-white light to things. Purely cosmetic, as everything seems well-lit regardless. You also notice that one of the objects that's there appears to be best described as a box. You only know it's a box because it's got stars, little blinky lights with lines that are making the equivalent of a three-dimensional object that looks a lot like a closed box or crate. And on the facets of these things, there are other stars. But bless you. But there appears to be no what you're used to, like a latch, hinges, a keyhole.
I'm gonna ask for Alara's assistance at looking at this and see if there's either
Just a three-dimensional object, it
constellations.
looks like.
Well, because if there's stars on it, like, is there a constellation on it, or is there something kind of signifying what it might be?
Something.
Alara knows stars.
Alara does know
I'm gonna
stars.
bring stars.
Is there anything on the top of the box that is in the shape of a constellation?
Yeah, and with Alara's background, I'm not even going to ask for a roll.
Yep, I figured. I'm like, this is like your thing here.
Yeah. If you didn't know this to be something fundamentally wrong with your character design.
Yeah.
When you look at the star, it doesn't take you it doesn't take you long to make out the constellation of Taurus.
Taurus.
It's always on the top. Like right on the top, you see Taurus. On the other facets, you do not see.
Interesting.
I say that. I make note that this is the constellation Taurus.
Should we just leave it here? Does it seem like something that we should open? Can you open it? It's a box.
It is. I don't know. Would I know what the zodiacs represent?
Yes, and Taurus in this case, like from Dungeons and Dum-Dums, like that representation, yeah. Since Taurus represents resource.
Fantastic.
I feel like this would be a good one to open.
But how?
And while you guys are thinking about that, we segue to group angry old men. Or no,
Backstreet
the
Boys.
Flash Mob. I think that's what you guys said.
Flash- yeah.
Team Flash Mob. You also, Aldebrand, where you're at, you see two boxes, very similar described. They look like three-dimensional objects connected by the lights of stars, but there's no hinges, there's no keyholes, there's just facets. It's kind of like someone gave you a very clean-cut sheet of glass and put that block right there. And there's two of them in your room and one of them in Orion's.
How big are they?
Pretty sizable. I'd say they're about as big as Ty's chest from like shoulders to hip, then out because he's a big boy.
I ask Orion, so who's going to do the dumb thing first?
I'll do the dumb thing.
Can we just see if we can move them?
Yeah,
We should
can
probably
let's see what the signs are first.
Okay, so you guys are not Alara. So when
Yeah.
you're looking for the signs, are you just like staring at the blinky lights?
trying to
Orion's
make out what the
account
patterns are.
encountered a couple at the very least.
Well, yeah, I think it's true. Give me a straight intelligence check. Not a save, but a check.
Can it be history?
Yeah, why not? I'll allow it.
Can I help him with that?
Sure.
22. Oh wait, with help.
Yeah, with advantage.
22.
22! Yeah, like you're going
Okay.
against this history. You've been around in multiple different types of realities, more than one rodeo. And you look and notice that on that one block, call it a block of glass basically, on the top side, top facet, looking down, you notice that there is the constellation of Taurus.
And
Is
is
everything
the,
Taurus?
I'll share that. If I go into Aldebrand's room and help him. look
are they
around.
the same?
Now that you know what you're looking for, you notice that the two that Aldebrand's looking at the top facet, have Taurus.
Okay, so they're all the same.
Yeah.
All three of the ones that you're looking at are the
Resource
same.
cache?
Which we will make the supposition that they are all the same, since all the
For
ones
now.
we have seen are the same.
Yeah.
Thus
should-
far, three of three
should-
Taurus.
right.
We should
Same
regroup
time,
with the
Orion?
others.
Yes. I think we regroup Aldebrand before we start opening shit up.
What?
Okay.
How did you plan to open them?
I was going to touch it. I don't know. I was going to apply force. I'm not a
If
wizard.
anyone's going to apply force, I don't mean to offend anyone. It should probably be me while everyone else steps back.
Meanwhile, like
That is fine with me.
Ty's
as
like-
I step back.
it's like it's gonna be. It's like obviously me and everyone's like whatever.
Is because Pinker's in the room with Cass,
Yes.
and I know Bird on other side of glass, but is he responding at all to those boxes?
He's looking at them and he definitely is paying attention to them, but he is also bird on glass.
Bird on
So-
glass, that's fair.
He's kind of like in this case, watching out for whatever shenanigans, like where that train is. He seems a bit more
Yep.
interested in the bird on glass. Like bird's coming.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So, should we try to open it?
I think
Mm-hmm.
so.
Good.
I think we should try and go meet up with the others. They can open
Yeah,
it.
and then we figure out to open it.
Well, I
Team
mean,
Flash
Alright.
Mob,
well,
go
I mean,
meet
currently,
up.
I just don't want
currently it's Alara and
it
Cass,
to
so we're just
crash
talking
through
amongst
and
ourselves.
then
Yeah.
us
So-
not having the resource.
Well, yeah. So like, at least for this, like, if you guys want to meet up with us, you can. Like, we're just alone, so we're just like, do we open this now? Do we leave to meet the others?
I also know that there's a pool of strange-looking liquid over here.
Absolutely
but, you know,
is. Well, yeah, because it's ground level. You do recognize that. Weird
Does-
pool of liquid.
I'd like wandering a bit, look in there, see that, and decide. No, we.
Oh, does
we need to
Aldebrand go
talk
down
to
that
others.
corridor?
Oh no! Oh
I
no!
turn and see, and then decide, hey, let's not go down the mysterious corridor without assistance, and turn back.
I appreciate your survival instincts.
A little voice in the back of my head says, "Don't do this. You will die."
Alara, what do you think we should do?
Well, if it is resources, it may be helpful for us. To open-
Oh,
And then
That's
other
why-
people appear. Let me get Isaac
Yeah.
off of the 40
Well,
foot
okay.
tall piece of goo real quick. Keep in mind those thick lines 20 feet up.
I just only see darkness in this part.
Probably because there's all like angles and everything. There's a lot of.
No, like I'm standing next to Atlas and I can see Atlas perfectly fine, and everything. The background is just black.
Interesting.
It does not.
It does not
like
like
you.
me.
your
So
token
while
in
we're
particular.
resolving that, go ahead and roleplay. I'll recreate your token.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I don't know what's
When
going on
you-
with your token. but
yeah.
I'll
Like
recreate it.
while you guys are coming
Well,
over, are you talking to us when you come in? Like, hey.
yeah, we're just like, hey, found you. Just making sure we're all alive. Anyone
So
died?
what's going
No?
on
Good,
with the
wonderful.
boxes?
Well, Alara said that it's Taurus, which is resources. So
Mhm.
Yes, we have
battle
three of those
cache.
on our
we
side.
found this box. Oh, there's more of them?
Oh yeah.
We have 3 on our side.
Okay.
We also have another one
Sure
of
there
these.
will be more.
So we know that there's something dangerous. Well, there is something coming. Do we want to try to open these now or prepare?
I'd
for
rather
whatever's
have
coming
the
first?
resources here when Bile comes crashing through the window.
Do we know it's Bile?
No, but I'm going to assume the worst case scenario.
Okay. I like
Sadly,
that
that might not even be the
Yeah,
worst
I'm like, that might not be
scenario,
a worst case scenario.
The immediate worst case scenario.
Go.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I kind of think,
I think we should just try
Laura,
to
I
open
think you
it.
actually might be weirdly the most equipped to try to open this.
All right, let's say it blows up. Are you good?
I mean,
I-
no.
I'll be right by her side. So, like, essentially, like, Cass is there, so, like, if anything blows up, she'll shield her immediately to block it. But there's something, like, it just feels like Constellation's Alara should be the one. Because we don't really know how to open the box anyway.
I definitely believe that this is something that we should try and finesse rather than brute force.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
I have an idea.
We're in a world where we do not have.
You're in a very abstract location
Yeah.
So
that has less the material plane. You're now only in normal laws, right?
So I'm gonna kneel down in front of this box and look at the top part of that constellation, and I'm going to trace it with my pointer finger.
Okay.
That constellation.
As you do so, as you begin to trace it, it creates lines of light
Yes,
until you have a complete
smart.
constellation of Taurus on that.
I try to open it.
You can't open it.
Ah,
Oh.
damn.
We found similar boxes on the other side. Perhaps
Oh.
they all need to be.
Oh,
Go
Bob's
ahead.
making a face.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check, however, Alara.
Oh, wonderful.
So yeah, you. So
Yeah.
like you put your hand against it and you attempt to move. Like there, it has no hinge. It's got no like lip that you would push it up with.
Oh,
21. But like as you're talking, so continue the conversation.
I thought this was a good idea, but I can't seem to get it.
I mean, it
open.
looks like it's what you're supposed
you're like
to
There-
do.
pushing up, and then you find like your thumbs like hook underneath the constellation, like it can dip under. And you're like holding up, like it's
Ooh.
you like it's made of thread, like a dream catcher. Like it actually moves up with your hand when you end up pushing, and you're able to take.
Constellation?
Yeah, you're able to take the constellation off the top of the box. You're holding a constellation in your hands.
Well, this was not the outcome that I was expecting.
Let's
Maybe
go
put
do
it in
that
the
in
center
the other
of the box?
boxes.
Do what with it? I'm sorry.
Like if you put it in the middle seam, maybe that opens it.
There
I
isn't a
think
seam,
there
is
isn't
there?
a
There's no
seam.
seam. It just
There's
think
no
of it as a
seams.
three-dimensional box, like the most generic Unity object ever. And it's
And
just
then there's
that's
the
it.
Taurus symbol on
Yeah,
top,
right on top of one of the faces of it. That's correct.
which now is no longer there. Okay.
Yes, I mean there's still like stars and stuff on there, but like the Taurus constellation was traced and removed.
Do you guys have a pool of liquid on your side as well?
Is that what the trippy liquid?
Yeah, it looks like a pool of liquid.
Maybe.
Has something to
Yes?
do with that.
Very
We should-
luminescent.
We should try to, as expediently as possible, recreate what Alara just did and try and collect as many of these as we can. They might have something to do with the liquid.
Or like maybe just try
Yeah.
putting one of them in the liquid and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Alara, do you want to take your somehow holding a constellation and put
Yeah.
it in the liquid?
Okay, yeah, just sure.
This is normal.
This is you're
Yeah.
like just holding. It's like holding a concept. Like I'm sorry.
It's weird, like,
I'm
she's
holding-
This is my life now.
Like she's absolutely terrified, but she's also like geeking the fuck out right now. Awesome. Okay, so I have this constellation, and I lean over the edge of this pool, and then I slowly put it.
That pool is 40 feet up. Actually, I think more
Oh,
than 40
shit.
feet up.
Is this stairs here, or is that just a?
Yeah, those are stairs. So there's a platform prior to. So one platform up is 20 feet. That second platform is 20. That's 40 feet up in the air. So you're really like playing against a wall and looking like straight up, like a 3-story building. It's like, oh, somewhere up there is the pool, because you happen to have a top-down view.
Is there a better pool? One that's
Yeah,
There's one at the
on
ground
ground
level.
The one on our level we probably would go to.
Yeah, let's
We
go to the
don't see
one.
the others.
Let's go to the one at the ground level. So we're not.
Okay.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, we should try and collect the other
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've accidentally been dragging Isaac. All right.
Oh, gotcha. Over here in this
Um,
area.
Mhm. And I'll grab an NPC so the stream can see what's going on. Yeah.
And
I'm not
I'll,
the best with, like very precise movements. My hands are kind of shaky.
Yeah. It's like, do
Yes.
I?
Someone
I-
else would like to
I-
do that.
I can give it an attempt.
It's like, I'm old. Yeah, Isaac, you find it's slightly harder than Alara made it look. Alara made it look effortless to just scoop up a dream catcher. Yeah,
Star.
constellation.
Like, sorry, just kind of
Like it's like almost like it's lubricated. It's like it slips away. It's like, oh, there must be a trick to this.
It's like the raccoon and the confetti, or what?
Oh,
gonna
the
stop
Question.
Alara, you have no problem. Oh, so you're doing a sleight of hand for. Oh no, that's your 21 from previously. Isaac, I know where we are now. Isaac, you're 9 again. There must be some sort of trick
Yeah.
to this. Yeah, you're not dexterous enough to grab it.
I would
Even though
to
you have like
try
this huge
just
deck,
to
so it's
see
just a bad
myself
time,
out.
really, just bad luck.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, if Orion can go ahead and attempt that, I will step aside and let him. But I will also kind of put my hand on his shoulder and say, I believe that you need to trace the constellation like this, and I'll give him guidance.
Okay.
All right,
And keep
we'll
in mind,
try.
we only ever do 2 checks.
Oh, okay.
So, like, this second straight roll would be the last one you do on that box.
I want to try as a joke, but it's a -1, so maybe let's not. Maybe let's let Alara. Maybe let's let the constellation go do the constellations.
Oh, okay. If you don't feel comfortable, that is understandable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Alara, you've moved over to this pool, and the best way to describe what this pool looks like is it's liquid light. Like if you could look at the surface of the sun without it blinding you, that sort of like burning effect that like ripples very calmly. It seems very like of an origin or primordial in nature, very very primal.
Oh.
Yeah, like if you could conceptualize like what something as dense as the Big Bang was prior to, rippling in a pool of water right here.
Jeez.
So I lean over and then kind of look over my shoulder at everybody who's like crammed in the store.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Sure, this is a good idea.
I don't know another idea.
Okay. So I go ahead and put the constellation in this pool.
Okay. So you begin to like dip it lower, lower, halfway through. Nothing appears to be happening. It feels a bit like you're fishing, honestly, with like having a line and something at the end.
And I completely put the entire thing under.
Okay.
Like,
Including your
with
hand.
your hand.
Because you have to grab it at a certain point.
Oh shit.
I would perhaps recommend pulling it back out and seeing if anything sticks to it.
Okay. God, our neighbor is so. Oh God, sorry.
We can't hear if it's any consolation.
yeah.
That's good because I'm.
It's any constellation.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So pull the constellation back out.
Yep, looks just the same it was before. Did not affect
Oh.
it.
Can't you just like drop it?
Do you want to drop it in?
It didn't do anything though in the water.
But it was also only half submerged, and sometimes things may need to be fully. Who knows?
Okay, now hold it over and I'll just drop it into the
Okay.
water. Just, like,
You drop it, and then kind of like the idea where there's nothing stopping you, like it goes down, and at the same speed it comes back up. Then at the same, and just keeps on doing this in like this infinite loop, like Portal. Boop, 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 boop,
Oh.
So I think grab it again. I think
Grab it.
grab it again.
boop. All right, go make a sleight of hand check to grab the damn thing. You grab it.
18.
Yeah, you're like, great. I've created a physics problem.
Well, that didn't work.
Can you try putting it on you?
Buck, out of curiosity, between Alara and myself, would we know when Taurus refers to resources, does it mean physical material resources or like energy or people? Does it have any specific denomination to it?
I don't think that Orion would per se. I think that Isaac has a shot at it with a history check. It's
Should I assist him on
very
that then?
yeah. The two of you can like banter back and forth with it to get an
Yeah.
idea. 15. The 10 wouldn't apply. So go ahead and banter for a bit, and I'll tell you what the outcome is.
Isaac, I know we understand that Taurus himself represents resources, but it's a broad word. If I were to try to narrow that down,
Resources of material nature or of a spiritual nature. I'm trying to remember if I've read a book on that.
And then it
could be
comes
a
to
number
you.
of things.
From the Forge of Thought comes something that's more material, something you could grasp, something you could put on. So it's definitely not just thought, something that
Material
would be applied
gains.
to something, right? And it seems to track with the idea the temple became much more material
Okay.
after the recent commentary.
Perhaps
What's that?
Perhaps it can only
Round ahead?
perhaps it can only interact with the pool on its side.
Well, perhaps you could put it onto your clothing, your chest. I'm sure.
I stand by trying to wear it. Just
Yeah.
smack it on casts. Like,
And I smack it on like Cass, yeah.
yep.
Where exactly do you smack it on, Cass?
Maybe let's go for
Her
the
ass.
Right. I mean, I can go like full
smack her
meme
ass.
and be like, she's now got that ass of resources. But I mean, like, where do you actually put it?
maybe on the shield.
On a shield, yes.
Okay. You slap that constellation on Cass's shield, and it sticks like you just put a sticker on the shield.
Well, all right.
Okay.
It stays.
Can you
Feel
take it back off?
differently?
Well, it's not bobbing.
It's not bobbing.
Okay.
Do
So
you
I
try
look-
to take it back off?
Let's hold off on that for a minute.
Let's get another.
I'm gonna
Further
try and
experiment.
peel away on this one.
All right.
We're just like smacking people with constellations.
Go ahead and peel away.
You get a constellation.
And I'm gonna try and pray for guidance on this just because I want to try and get this right.
Okay.
You got this.
With a 14, you do.
Okay,
DC's not
good.
super high.
I was gonna say, I really hope not because I think I have the highest dexterity of everyone.
You do.
I think so.
I'm the only one with dexterity, so if I can't do it, we're in
So
trouble.
you find out that's not an Alara specific thing. You are able to
Okay, good.
carefully take it off.
Smack people with the constellation. Smack.
Yep,
I will say
I'm
for the
gonna-
know thyself, track where you're putting these constellations. So one's currently on Cassandra's
All
shield.
right. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, shield, and Isaac has one.
I'm holding one. Aldebrand's near me. Hold out
I
your
am?
sword. Hold out your sword.
Whooshing.
And I'll slap it onto the side of his sword.
All right, it is a larger than the width of his blade. So what ends up happening?
Okay.
But no, it works. It does work.
Okay.
Yeah, it does work. The way it happens is
Around.
that you end up parting a part of it, and then it just starts wrapping around.
Wow.
So the stars
Fantastic.
themselves like take lines that go around the blade. So make sure that you have an idea that it's on his blade.
Okay. I'm gonna peel off this one as well.
Okay.
We should put it on fucking Orion's axe, and then an entire
Absolutely
thing-
have no problem. Yeah. Well, do you want to put it on Praven Taurus?
I don't know. I think it could be cool, but this is Aldebrand, who knows nothing of magic or celestials.
It's fair. You're in a strange land. For most people, it's a strange land. Yeah, you have no problem taking that one off too, Isaac.
Okay. Orion is the next closest person, so I'm walking up to him with it. You gotta hold something out for me, Orion.
Okay.
Look at his arm. That might be.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe like bicep of the arm.
Which, don't you have a robotic arm and a...
Yeah,
Yep.
Which arm?
a robotic.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, okay. I'll slap it on there.
You have the coolest tattoo. You got like a
Hell yeah.
star tattoo.
Cyberpunk tattoo.
Cyberpunk tattoo. Yeah, with the dots and the lines, it does look pretty SB 27/7.
Yeah. How many of these
We have
boxes are
one's
there
left.
total?
One left.
One
You've-
left.
you've
I wanna get
used-
this last
yeah.
one. Perhaps we hold on to one constellation as just. It's,
There's one.
One over here.
And everyone's currently on the ground level, right?
Yeah, we have not searched the upper levels yet either. So.
Yep.
And there's also
I-
this mysterious corridor to the top and to the right.
For the know thyself and who's taking notes, make sure you mention that Cassandra was the first to get the
then-
constellation of Taurus.
then-
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
I'll keep that with my notes if it's on my shield.
And it's on your shield, and you were the first.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking up the stairs.
Okay.
I will follow him so he's not alone.
Isaac, and only Isaac, make a perception check.
Oh.
Can I help? If I'm next to him?
18. Sorry, I don't have guides. I need to turn that off.
Yeah, something. And Orion, you two can banter off each other since it's pretty good roleplay. You notice that when you're up higher and you look down onto the floor, there looks like there's another constellation down there, but on the ground from your perspective. You look down.
Is this the tallest we can be in the room?
When he's finished on that last part of the ledge where that last chest is, that is the highest he can be. Mm-hmm. You seem to notice it when you're on, we'll call it ground level, first and second. When you're on the first level, you notice it. When you go to the second level, you do not. It doesn't seem to line up.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
It does appear to be making the pattern. I'm not. Do you recognize
Let's
the?
make out exactly what it is at the moment.
And then roll, in this case, roll religion. Isaac.
Yeah, I don't have proficiency, so I can't help you on that one.
Yeah, it's not super high DC, especially considering all the other facts that you've been getting so far. Looks like the constellation of war, Aries,
Oh.
Ooh.
on the floor from the first floor looking down.
Oh,
I will shout that out to the others.
concerned.
The constellation of Aries is spread out across the floor.
Casca
That's-
immediately looked at Laura like, what?
I would assume we should look at the other side as well.
It's like Aries was the one
Perhaps
that,
we should continue to move up and grab this.
Yeah.
See what's at the top of the stairs, though.
Aries was the one that made that cannon thing, right? That we fought.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
He's a big bad.
Okay.
Big bad.
Damage dealing. Everybody dies, man.
Yeah, it's very true.
Can confirm.
Can confirm. Go ahead and make your roll while everyone's exploring. I think it said the other parts of the area. Yeah,
So
you can grab
if
it.
it's
Low
if
DC.
it's here, I wonder, if they're saying that they see a constellation in this room, is there maybe one in the south room as well?
Probably.
That's what I was saying.
Do we want to, Alar, do you want to go with me down and see if you can recognize if there's a
Yeah.
one down in that direction? Okay.
Yeah, let's go
I'll
check it
slap
out.
this one on my shield, by the way.
Okay. For the note itself, just make mention of
relying
it.
on that
The
first
important
level.
things to track are where the constellation of Taurus, hey Ginny, is, and that the first person to have it applied is Cassandra on Cassandra's shield.
It makes me concerned that we have to know who's.
You need to know those two things.
Do know those two things. All right. So I think these are the stairs that we can take to get up.
Yep.
Alara. Do we know does?
Not from where you are currently.
Oh, it was the first floor that they noticed it. so we
Yeah.
have to kinda, like, walk around.
Alara, like based off of who Alara is, you notice the constellation of Aries on the floor here. If you look down. So if
Okay,
you're,
so
if you're
it's
on
this-
first floor versus ground floor, looking downwards at the floor, you can make out the constellation of Aries.
Well, Aries is here as well.
Well, the thoughts did
On the
give
floor.
war things. That's what Celestian said.
But why would the boxes be Taurus?
No clue.
They-
None.
Do they work together? Are they? It's the idea of everyone must be prepared for war. I don't know. My shield just has a very nice constellation on it.
Mhm.
I don't know what this means.
Currently, it's just shining bright like a diamond.
Yeah, it's like I've been, surrounded by stars before, so like that's cool. I don't know what's happening.
What is above? Like, I'll look above me from this spot.
If you look up, it looks like a starry sky, but you do not see any constellations out there.
Buck, I believe there's one that we haven't opened or taken this constellation off of, right?
There is one, and it's not one you've yet explored to find. And it's in the southern room. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it's
did
high
we
up.
grab it off this one?
Yeah, Isaac rolled. He got
Yeah.
that one from the northern
Oh,
rooms.
gotcha.
Can
mean,
I-
yeah, I imagine we would go up here to.
Can I
What?
go to one? Can I
The
go
one,
to
the
of
one
the-
next to Orion, I didn't get that one.
Yeah, I think this one still has the constellation on it.
Well, to make things a little faster, we'll say that you did.
Okay,
Cool.
And I guess that one would be the fifth one, and I would apply that to having already applied it to everyone else. I would try to apply it to Alara somewhere.
Alara, assuming that is the case, since I think we're almost, that'd be the fifth one? Fifth one.
Yep.
Yep. Fifth
where
one to
would-
Alara.
Where would you put it on Alara, given that happened in that menagerie?
Are you asking
Or
me?
we'll just say that you're holding it, and we can move forward there when Alara's there with you. So we'll say you're holding
Okay.
it. Okay.
Yeah,
Alara.
I grab it and I'm following, and I'm trying to go.
Trying to
Alara.
find her.
Yeah.
All right.
How'd that girl go off to?
She's higher
Damn
up.
youngin. Damn youngins.
Damn youngins.
And there is this large. Do you want to try to grab it?
Yeah, I'll go and see what constellation it is.
'Cause
On the
Cass
top
is
face,
not-
there is Taurus.
Cass is
Is
not
there anything?
dexterous.
Does anything stand out about the layout of the room from up there?
You asking
Uh,
character from as they're super high.
So I
Up.
think there's the
Yeah,
the
I'm
Aries thing that
screaming
you
up.
said before, but I don't think any.
Do we want to try to pick up Ares?
I wouldn't think so.
I mean,
Resources
Perhaps.
are a
It's
part
really
of war.
it's really big. Do you guys want to try? Do you guys...
I would try.
I think you have to
Might
start
be the death
tracing
of
it
Aldebrand,
first.
Resources
also-
are a big part of war.
While
We also-
you
yeah,
PCs are deliberating, the DM gets the best thing and take a moment. Says, you guys talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back.
All right.
I was gonna say a possibility, according to Celestian's own words. From the fire of thought came form. If we were to just look at one of these boxes and think of it as a fully fledged box chest
Form.
container,
and give
Yeah.
it, and try to give it form.
could we give it form from its thought?
That is a possibility.
Yeah.
Maybe apply fire.
Maybe.
The guy who specializes in fire, but I mean,
It's like, well,
I think the fire of thought doesn't necessarily refer to
yeah,
fire.
like less
you
literal.
see, you see a little bit of disappointment.
Like, but just a little bit of fire, maybe. Just...
Like I can do fire. This is one of the things I am proficient in. I can burn things.
Yeah.
That's burned. That's burned. Everything is burned.
Well, I can look at this one up here and then try to think of health potions or something to test that theory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
try to like create the resources and maybe do it before you trace.
Yeah.
Maybe
Works.
think of
like I said.
We also haven't tried to remove them again. It could be we need to remove them and put them, like we have them on us, but it could be we need to put them on I don't know,
Resources,
like- somewhere. Like we might need to put them on the constellation of Aries. Who knows? I'm just
Yeah.
saying that like
yeah. Well, in my head, I think they already were.
because the whole thing is Aries. So
Yeah, they were already on Aries.
So, should we try to pick up Ares?
well, first, Alara's gonna try something.
Okay. I'm gonna before I start tracing constellations, I'm going to put my hands on the box itself
Mm-hmm.
and think of health potions.
Okay. So you think of health potions, and you get this feeling back. It's not really someone talking to you, but it's this feeling as though like you're halfway there.
Yeah, I think when I originally proposed it, I think more. Don't think of what you want inside it. I think there already is something inside of it. I think put your hands on it and think of it being a fully fledged box.
Or like maybe think of it opening.
So as Orion is talking
Yes.
to you, and you're like thinking health potion, you're like, oh, it's like so close. Like, what's the name of like the 15th American president? Like, oh, I know this, but like I just can't think of it. It's like, what is this? And then what goes through your mind are like just blah 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 blah. You just start thinking about like the constellations. They keep like going over and over and over in your head. That you get the idea that thought and the constellations are important to this box, but you don't really know how.
Yeah, to think of it opening, perhaps. Like Casa.
I'll try imagining it more as
maybe just
a
aid.
physical like chest.
Okay.
Like,
You start thinking of it as a physical chest. And this box now has a lip around the top. No lock, just
There
like
you
a lip. Like you could open it up.
I'll still keep thinking that it's an actual chest, and I'll try to open it up and I keep I'm thinking of like an old chest that I would have seen in one of like the library, or like I'm having images of like that.
Got you. You hold on to the thought of just a box. And you go to open the box, and it does open, and it looks like you have an open box.
Is there anything in it?
There's nothing in it.
So what if I just imagine that there's health potions?
Do you do it while the box is still open?
She had that thought while the box is open.
Yep.
So.
Then the answer is no. Nothing happens.
Is this like the magical cupboard movie, but like Celestian version?
What is that with
Narnia?
the keys? Lock and key? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one.
Huh.
It's worth looking. I think it's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Narnia also
Is
has
that?
that too. I think it's like Turkish Delight. Which I've had and I'm on record not a fan of.
Yeah, it's usually rose flavored.
Certainly
Yeah.
not worth like selling your siblings out over.
Right,
Nope.
definitely not.
Definitely not worth. Well, you were able to make it a box.
What if you make it into a health potion?
I don't think we need health potions right now. If I'm honest, I think that's
It's like
really
we're looking at 100
going
of
left
them.
field.
Well, we'll need- If it's a resource, what will we need right now in this instance? I think
Protection
of a map.
against the.
You think of a
Protection
map.
against acid potions.
You think of a map while you're holding on to this box, and nothing happens.
Compass?
As a side note, the feeling of something is coming.
Still there,
How's that doing?
Getting closer.
getting closer.
Okay. I was like,
So
how's
it's a little
that?
train the horizon.
Okay.
Like you know you're gonna have to deal with it soon, but it's not like. And in 3 seconds, the train hits you. You just know it's coming.
Gotcha. You just okay.
You've got some you got some breathing room.
Okay.
I'm also standing. I walk up the stairs holding the constellation. Lara, I have this one. Everyone else has one. All of us have one. I think it's time for yours.
Isaac, can you do me a favor?
This will be the 6th one that Alara is looking at, by the way.
Isaac,
Yes.
Can you do me?
I have the 5th in my hand.
Can you do me a favor? I'm like hold up my shield. Punch my shield.
Oh, okay.
Okay, maybe, again, not maybe let's not have Isaac do these things.
I mean, I'm
Isaac has been through enough things
I'm
today.
I'm gonna punch the shield.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your strength?
I just need to know like if there's a difference, like if we need to have the constellations off or
1. Okay.
Yeah.
So you hit the shield, and you see the entire constellation light up in the process, and your shield, Cassandra, is vibrating. Go ahead and put down well, you haven't rolled identify yet. So just say that your shield likes getting hit. His notes.
Okay.
okay.
It vibrates like Captain America's shield. Think about that. Vibrating.
Oh, it's a masochist. Okay.
It's a masochist shield. Yeah, you can go with the masochist shield if you want to.
Or it's kinky.
Just enough that I can remember that when you hit it, it seems like getting hit.
Shield of masochism is definitely an item I'd give a paladin. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
right? It feels right. It's kind of
Okay.
sums up paladin.
I'm just trying to get a feel for like, hey, we did something to our stuff. What does it do? So like when it's vibrating, I'm like, that's new. All right.
All right. So I need to know. Your shield's still pointing towards Isaac, right?
I mean, I think like if he punched it and it would vibrate, I would
Probably,
then kind
yeah.
of like relax it a little.
You relax it. Okay.
So to her side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After a few seconds, like approximately
Bust down
6,
the barrel of the gun.
Mm-hmm.
You see that your shield, say for lack of a better word, discharges.
Oh God.
And you're like, with that amount of force that Isaac did, it feels like air, like someone like a spray can, like a CO2 canister.
And I'm like, because Aldebrand is like down below, like over there. So imagine he gets like a tiny like gust of
Yeah,
wind.
gust
and
of
like,
wind.
She's like, oh. Okay. I'm glad.
I am glad I am
that
not
you were the
stronger.
Yep. I'm glad you were the one that hit that.
Oh.
I'm actually going to test. I'm gonna like just lightly tap my shield to see if it vibrates similarly.
Does not. Doesn't even light up.
Interesting.
Oh, I guess maybe it's only the first.
Huh.
I'm gonna. Can I peel it? Well, I've still got this one. Alara, what do you?
Got the one's dangling like a fish. Look at this! What I call it! The biggest constellation is whole entire place.
I mean, you could put it on my staff, I guess. I just kind of lean the top of it towards him. Oh.
Okay, I'll slap it on, wrap it around.
Does it? Yep, does the same thing out of brands. So that's where one of
that'll
them is now. Looks cool. Not as
That'll
cool as
be-
Cassandra's, but looks
And
cool.
that'll be 5th.
Yep.
So no one's
got
touched
that.
the pools yet. Should I touch the pool?
I think
Not with
so.
their hands. No. Yeah. They've put objects through them.
That's up to you. You do what you want to do.
I'll poke the surface of the pool.
Okay. You put your hand through it. It doesn't offer any resistance at all. Like the equivalent of air. And nothing happens. Just hands through. Nothing's chomped it off. You get frozen off. It's not burned off. Just hand through the liquid. That is not even giving
Pulls
water-like
his hand
resistance.
out, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Do you pull your
Going
hand out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your hand. It's fine.
So Cass is gonna actually go up to the box and Buck, I'm actually gonna whisper to you something that she is gonna think about, and let me know if anything happens when she touches it. I'll whisper to observer.
This session brought to you by the whisper function.
So Cass is holding this box. The box of we're going with the box of thoughts at this point, and
Box of thoughts.
O
And
U
like she
G
closes,
H
she
T.
closes,
Not like
she'll-
just be
she
clear.
closes the box, but she like holds on to it, and she I'll be like a little bit
Okay,
more
so you think about this. Nothing does happen.
okay.
This box, which has the constellation removed, that is open. When you think that, nothing happens.
What if we do it on a box that has the Tartarus thing on it? Because this one doesn't have the Tartarus
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't
Taurus.
know if we messed
Sorry.
up.
Um,
or Taurus.
Yeah. Do we do you want me to take off?
Yours seems to do something. I would leave yours where it is.
I mean,
Has anyone tried to? No one's really tried to take their Taurus constellation.
I was gonna say
off.
that was actually gonna say that once I got rid of mine, once I got rid of the one I was holding, I was gonna try and peel. Since I tapped mine and it didn't do anything, I'm gonna try and peel it off.
Okay.
Okay.
You can't peel it off.
Oh well. All right.
They are stuck.
They're stuck there.
Oh, it was permanent ink.
Mhm.
Look at my tattoo.
What
You still have two. You currently have one unapplied.
Let's put that one
Can
back
we-
on.
Yeah,
Put it onto
yeah,
a box and
put it back on the
dream.
box.
Okay.
And then, what do we want to think of? Do we want to
wait.
think of the other zodiacs? Or...
Can we still pull it back off the box? Like, can you
Trial and
the edge of
error.
it.
Put it on the box. You take it off the box.
Well,
Okay,
here's
so
the
it's-
thing. Thought doesn't have to be of. I think we're going too obvious, too tangible. Thought doesn't have to be of healing potions or objects. It can be abstract, of wandering, of space, of time, of
So maybe just think of
whatever
protection.
else. I think of guidance.
Hmm.
I wake up, put my hands in the box, and think of an inky void, and then like a light that pierces through that void
Okay.
to
I'll do something like
show
and then
us some
everyone falls
guidance.
into an inky void.
Got it. So, and is this my understanding of it? Is you have a box being thought of as a box first, has the Taurus constellation on top of it. Orion is thinking about an inky void and a light piercing the inky void. Is that correct?
Yeah, as like space
Mhm.
essentially, and a guidance to that space.
Okay. Currently, the box is closed while you're doing this, or is it
Mhm.
open?
I will do that with it closed, and then after a couple seconds of doing that, I will open it.
Okay. You open it up and you see a sphere, like a crystal ball, that is black, and at the center of it there is a light.
All right, pick it up.
Okay. Go ahead and you can add yourself. You have a void orb of guidance.
Well, that's good.
Yay!
So that worked.
Yay! Is the constellation still on top of the box?
No, it's gone.
Okay.
Well,
That's all the constellations then. They have all been used.
other than
all,
arrows,
of,
but yes.
all of them that we have found.
Yeah.
The
Aside from
Ares
the
ones.
Yeah, floor one. And there's still something to do with the pool.
Oh, fuck.
Would it be?
We could continue onwards, there are hallways that we venture
I
to.
would say hallways. I don't know what we can do.
Yeah.
Like, we put hands in the. They could just be pools of light.
We could jump in. I'm not
don't-
volunteering, but
I don't know.
it's
if
a
that's-
theory.
I'm gonna peer into my orb.
Okay. You stare at the orb. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
That's fair.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is he next to Cassandra? I know.
Because
I'll
I
go ahead and
know where you're
grab
going with
it.
this.
Just walk.
11.
Now I need to know. Cassandra, you walked away, right?
Yeah, I mean, if he was gonna look into it, she'd be like right there.
Okay. So you start looking at this
Keep you in
orb.
place.
You start looking like you're lost in thought. Like your mind starts to wander. When Cassandra realizes that you're staring at an orb and kind of like gets a little closer, say within 10 feet, that feeling goes away.
Okay.
You okay, Ryan? Did you stare into the void?
I felt a little lost, but
Did it look back?
nothing else.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nothing else much.
Do you want to see if maybe it's okay if I try?
Of course.
Okay.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna be like, hey, let's might as well. We've got a orb of void. So
That's right. It's a nice
Let's-
crystal ball. Time would be very happy to have this object. You look at it, Cass, and no matter how much you're staring at this, it's just cool. Like a lava lamp to you. It's like this inkiness, and at the center there's this light, and it moves around. It's very entertaining to watch, but that's about it.
Mhm. So I look back at Orion like, you're from Duodecim, right?
Yes.
This would be a really cool paperweight when you get back there. I'm gonna
That's
give it back.
Would roll off the desk
Yeah,
because it's a
that's fine.
sphere.
yeah. I'm
Or, like,
not
put
sure
it-
you
you put it in
understand
the
how
stand.
paperweights
Or
work.
I don't. The papers are fine.
A bowling ball could be wonderful.
Desk ornament.
Desk.
Ornament?
It perhaps could be used as a spell focus by someone. But
That is my forte.
right. Anyways,
So, but like Cass looked back and was like, I wouldn't suggest looking in it again. I mean, you can.
We'll
But,
see.
like-
We'll see what uses it has.
Okay, like, be careful. I don't. Just be careful. And then just start walking away, be like, kind of like side eyeing, making sure Orion's not like looking back at it, like, can I leave now?
I'll pocket it. I'll pocket it.
Okay. The big glass-like orb in your backpack.
She's like debating just having Pinker hang out on his shoulder at all times. Be like, here is my
Stay
orb."
just, that'll be a real cool material component for to cast scrying. But I mean,
It's a cool.
I could put it.
or
into
it'll
the-
just eat
into
your
the
soul.
light.
Who knows?
I
Who
could
knows?
put it into the light water.
You could do that too.
Good. Is that what you do?
I have a feeling it might just disappear.
Yeah.
Putting the constellation spells into the
Light did nothing.
liquid didn't do
It
anything.
popped it up and down, so I'm assuming it's because it's not something material. It had to be placed on something, so like it couldn't.
Yeah.
Well, my hand didn't do anything when I put. my
Yeah,
hand
your
there.
hand just went through. I mean, it's a cool.
Did it
it's a
offer
cool-
resistance to his hand? Like, or is it just?
Nope.
No, it was
No
air.
resistance.
So that might just mean it wasn't the right thing.
Can you pick up the boxes and put them in there?
No one has tried picking up the boxes yet.
Oh, Frederick, what are you doing in this room alone?
Thinking.
Thinking
I'll
about
my
pick
no
up a
words.
box.
I feel like from now on, anytime there's like a fireside chat, be like, so Frederick, just tell me about your life. Like,
Oh yeah, no. The
Please,
number
this
of
is a matter of life or
XRPs
death.
will increase.
I need to know more about you, Frederick. It literally almost killed me.
and almost killed you. We need to know each other, specifically you, though. Let's go through.
I'll go pick up a box.
All right, you attempt to pick up the box, and you find that it is immovable.
Fair enough.
More like it's fused to the
we-
floor.
We going north or east, people?
I'd say east.
Yeah, let's do east first.
Well, we can see Celestian's constellation through this temple still.
Oh yeah, can we?
I'd say that when I mentioned the starry sky, like you could see that up top, like it's the almost like the Polaris.
So like we're kind of like in it versus like going towards it.
Okay.
And to confirm, you are doing nothing with the Aries constellation on the floor, right?
We have not so far tried
We
to
could
trace
get.
it.
We could trace it. Do we want to?
It's a risk.
Resource and war feel like two very different feelings.
They are very tied together, though. Resources are an inherent aspect of war.
Well, you know, that's not what we saw at the forge. It was kind of angry.
People went to
We
the
are-
Warriors Forge, and someone had to die to go there.
We are planning on
So-
levying war right now. This is
Here,
like,
yes.
we are
here's-
here specifically to avoid a war, but
here's
regardless,
how I
we are
see it.
planning on fighting one.
Resources, if you think of it as basic in a basic form, resources don't sound dangerous. They very much are. People die in war, but people die gathering resources. You can look at Duodecim for that. People die daily gathering at the site. So if we're looking at it from a good bad perspective, they're both bad. They're both good.
I don't know
We don't
the
know what-
constellations well enough to probably trace it. I most likely will trace them wrong.
We don't even know what you would do with it. So they're just been carrying around this big giant Aries constellation.
I don't think it would.
Or-
It may
Matter the
also
size.
be going
Perspective
to...
is a big aspect of this.
It may also be providing
It is
more
Orion. Soon.
of the story.
Isaac, are you willing?
Why is it always Isaac? Poor Isaac.
Isaac's
Just
got the decks.
I was gonna say, I'll do it. I think that
I'm on the same
War
page.
is
as you.
part
I
of-
think it's
we
important.
need resource. We came here looking for aid, but we need
Yeah.
resources, and we plan to levy war. I think that this seems appropriate to give it a try. So I guess I'll try and trace the constellation.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I just tell him to be careful, and then I also cast guidance on you.
Okay. To trace it at the right perspective and angle, you will have
You
to
have to
go
be
up.
up top.
You have to go up top, right, and look down.
I will stand next to him and kind of just hold him steady.
How
So-
would I trace it from?
Mhm.
Up there? It's on the floor, right?
Uh-huh.
You go
So
from
can
the
someone?
top perspective, and then you look down on top of it and you trace it from your perspective.
That's right. And so I'm looking at Isaac's face. I'm gonna say he will not figure that out in character. That has nothing to do with
I think
touching the
Orion's
surface.
explaining it.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Um,
this is a whole
of
area
just, like-
of concept.
Yes.
versus-
Yeah, I'm trying to think of all this from less humanity, less the way that humanity would think of it.
Less material plane
We're-
shit.
Yeah, we're dealing with issues
Once,
far greater
once
than
the
our-
image aligns,
Mhm.
once the image aligns,
Yes.
that's where it is. Okay.
Yes.
I'll give it a shot. Trace it in the air.
All right. So you do
Where-
an air
where I
tracing,
can
and
make
you
it.
find out when you connect the first two stars. That's exactly how it works. That you look down, and you're like, "This is just air, whatever, Orion." You're like, "Oh, well, this is creating a line," and then you create it, and then from everyone else's perspective, it's just hovering in front of Isaac.
I look at Ty as he's doing this and go, "Who's the smart one?"
He is. Ty just says back without skipping a beat.
I really
He's the
don't
one
deserve
doing
this.
it.
I have an intelligence of 12.
At this point, with Ty, it has nothing to do with your actual intelligence. You gotta grab it. You gotta grab
It's the
it,
fact-
and you do
it's the
and you do
fact
grab
that It's
it.
not Orion.
Exactly.
Okay. I have war.
You have the constellation of Aries in your hand. That's correct.
I would be terrified to put that on anything. Is my struggle here.
Atlas.
Atlas looks
God.
at you like
Don't throw it onto the dragon.
Alex is shaking his head like I want nothing to do with that.
I think we're at
This
a
may
point.
be-
where-
this-
I'll
Maybe
offer
power.
up my shield for it.
yeah,
if-
I was gonna.
So
say,
Atlas looks to
Okay.
Alara for guidance on the. I would like to slap the constellation of war onto Atlas.
No, Atlas, I don't think that's not a good
Okay.
idea.
As I said, that was a. This one seems different than the rest, and let's face it,
it's
Atlas
between,
is different from the rest.
Yeah, I think it's between me and Aldebren. I'll hold out for Venturus. You can hold out your shield. It's up to Isaac.
Let's roll for it.
Ty's like, oh, I went on this too. If we're going like that,
Oh god.
Okay.
You
we have
should tie
two
war.
possibly. So,
yeah.
all right. Are we
I'll
rolling for it? Just a d20.
Yeah, D20. Whoever gets higher gets it.
I'll roll for. Oh god.
18.
I'll roll for Ty. Although.
Because Ty wants it, yeah.
Oh, if Ryan's like, I'll take the constellation. We're like, you know what? So will I. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So it looks like.
All right.
Aldebrand, where's this going?
I take off or like move some of my armor that you can see the heart.
The heart.
Oh
Through your
god.
chest?
No.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Do it.
Oh, oh
Yeah.
God.
I'm liking this. I'm with you on this.
Do it.
Oh.
We're in a high risk, high reward situation as far as the whole.
I'm going to look around the room for a second.
And I
That's
just
like
nod.
Ty's all about it now. It's like,
Yeah,
fuck
I'm into
yeah,
it.
man. I'm not even mad that I didn't get the large straw on this one. Ty's all about
I'm
it.
expecting
Frederick's
like-
like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Atlas looks
Yeah.
scared.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm assuming half people are like,
Atlas like, I don't know if I want that on me. Now Brand's like, tattoo me, bro.
yeah, like Cass and Alara have been to the
Right.
Ares Forge, like they've seen Ares, and they're like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe item is the best starter versus your heart.
All in.
That-
Like a true soldier. Ty's
I love
like,
it.
yeah.
It's how Aldebrand works. All in.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Slapping onto his chest.
Oh,
All right.
And now Aldebrand instantly dies. All right.
Ah! You don't get the power word kill effect now. But you
Okay,
do
fantastic.
you do need to add to your inventory the Heart of War.
Oh god.
I
And-
love that.
Fantastic.
Oh my
All right, do we want to do one more?
Oh,
It
So-
by the way, it doesn't go as gently as the Taurus thing does. It
No,
like
I'm
saying
sears your
birds.
skin.
That is something that Aldebrand is intimately familiar.
Yeah, it's like if you think about how people like brand cattle, it's like that's how it ends up being, seething and everything.
All right. I've added the Heart of War to the character sheet.
Cool.
Let's go.
If
There
he
is
gets
another
possessed
one.
by Ares and kills me again, I'm gonna be real pissed. I'm gonna go with this guy.
Isaac, would you like to do one more?
What was
There's
the
one
other
other constellation.
Oh, yeah, I guess the other one in the other room.
Yeah. So we'll head over there.
Okay, give it a shot.
I'll
Okay.
again
Was this-
stand by his side.
Yeah.
Was this also Ares?
Also
Yeah.
Ares.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's also
Okay.
Ares.
So there was two, one in each room.
Hey, we got one bicep on Aldebrand. He has another not bicep, but
Pectoral, yeah.
Yeah, pectoral. We can just do
Duel
another
it.
double down.
Go ahead and yep. So you get it. You grab the constellation of Ares from the southern room. Mm-hmm. What are you doing with that one?
Yeah, you go smack
mean-
it on.
We could hold on to it. We could put it on.
Put it on a box.
We could put it on Sunder.
Oh.
Oh god.
Do you say that any of that stuff out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Alara, roll insight because there's some interesting
Oh god.
something going on between put it on Sunder and put it on a box. All right.
If if everyone's comfortable with it.
Well then.
Alara, you got double crit, so I'll just connect the dots in this piece of it. Pseudo puzzle-esque.
wow.
It's completely optional. Putting on the box sounds like the best idea possible. It's like it's that half that you were trying to remember earlier. A thought and a
Okay.
constellation on a box.
Wait, yes, that's it. Put it on the box.
Sunder or box? Box.
Okay. I'll go.
Box, right? The box.
Box.
right?
Yep. And I have to start deleting
Box.
boxes that you've used, which is this one
Not
so
Sunder.
far.
Sunder's a bad
Not
idea.
Sunder.
Definitely the
I will
box.
go
That's
slap it
it.
on one of the boxes.
Okay. Yeah. Slap a box. Which so what part of it? The part where you took off Taurus or someplace else? Because right now there's one face that's completely starless, which is where you took off the Taurus constellation. Everything
Yeah,
else
I
has
would
to-
assume the
Yeah.
spot that the Taurus was at. Originally.
Cool. All right. So you slap it on. It's slapped on. You now have a Taurus box. I'm just gonna.
A box of war might blow up far higher chance of blowing up.
I'm
than a
just
box
curious.
of
Can I
war.
peel it? Can I still
Nope.
peel it off, or is it on there?
It's
Okay,
on there now.
guys.
So
this-
what do we
this
want
is
as a
armed.
concept of war?
I'm gonna just make one of these boxes red so that I can.
So
Oh, God.
if we're thinking about this,
There you go.
Yeah.
There's your red box. Your box of war.
Atlas is our primary weapon. If I were to think of something I want for him, I would want armor.
I would say either armor or the idea of not confidence.
Also,
but...
Atlas and
Power
armor
to defeat
sounds
his
badass.
enemies.
Yeah. That does sound so cool.
Yeah, I mean, you can try. Think about dragon armor.
I think I might be the best one to do it just in case it explodes again. A box of war feels like it might explode. What do we want?
Buck did label it red.
I did label it red.
This is the exploding barrel color. I played a video game in my day.
It's no longer this calming blue.
I was actually gonna suggest maybe an item of courage. For war.
We want specifically something that would help him defeat Elo.
Yes. Do we want something for our group or
more
for Atlas specifically?
And say like a contract of peace or some variety to
That
help
is an
us
aspect of
be,
war.
a ceasefire contract. So
We
that
already did
Well,
that.
we
It didn't
currently
work out.
I don't
Yeah,
know
a
what we're going
ceasefire
for, but we could
contract.
go higher.
I think an armor for Atlas is the best thing that's coming to my head personally right now. I don't know what else. What other ideas do we have?
We have armor. We have amulet of courage.
Atlas, if there was one thing you wanted right now to bolster your strength?
Atlas thinks very hard about this. Like a sword.
So, would you like to be the one to
Looks to
Yeah,
Laura.
manage
Atlas-
the box?
I think Atlas should be the one to if
Yeah.
we're trying to get something
Yeah,
for
I'm
him,
thinking
have
that as
Atlas
well.
pick what he wants. And if
Yeah.
it works, who knows?
Okay.
Yeah, you can go ahead and pick it.
All right. So Atlas
Maybe-
goes
maybe
over to the
group-
big ass red box.
Well, I was gonna say maybe a group effort of. I mean,
Take
what happens if multiple
steps
people touch the
back.
box at the same time?
You guys try
Probably
touching-
a war of, and then some thoughts get killed off, and then there's only one remaining
I
anyway.
know.
We
was gonna
can,
say
we can pull a Guardians of the Galaxy and we all kind of hold hands while Atlas puts his hands on the box.
You can. Ideas are free in a very thought-based puzzle.
I-
Is that what you do?
I think let's do that.
I
anyone
think we
against
should
that?
all step back and let
I-
Atlas do this.
Yeah, like I personally am against that just because it's I think with war specifically, the idea of multiple people touching something, even if intentions are different, could have problematic results. Because like,
I mean, war isn't fought by one man.
right? So the more people that touch
Well-
it might. That's just my opinion. I feel like multiple people touching it might be a bad idea.
This is going to end up with a one-on-one war with Elo
That is
and
fair.
Atlas.
I think Atlas, yeah. I think Atlas would be best. Have him make a sword for himself.
Go ahead, Atlas.
You got this, Atlas.
Atlas is like, yeah,
Whoop.
I'm a hero of the people. And he just takes a moment, psych himself up.
I'm gonna
Yep.
give him guidance first.
He feels guided. Just like pacing for a moment. It's like, okay, I've trained for this.
You have.
Goes mathematical. He goes over. It's like, okay. Puts his hand on the box. Concentrates really hard. He opens the box. He reaches in. And he pulls out this big sword, like claymore size. It's like Sunder size. It's big. It's a big ass sword.
Let's go, Atlas.
Yep. And interestingly enough, it appears to be made out of this very iridescent, reflective obsidian.
Ooh.
Kind of looks like it's constantly
Whoa.
on this radiant flame. hmm
Ooh.
Could
Which
not have done better.
will affect his innate stuff. And I'll update that later.
Ooh.
No, I'm proud of
Guys.
We're like,
We
what?
I'm
got
proud of
this.
us as a party.
Double crit on Alara helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we get to figure
Hey,
out
Buck,
what
what's
Heart
the
of
right
War
answer?
means.
I've rolled a 24. Just tell me what the answer is. Probably one of the better things you could have done with that usage.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right,
We
let's
going north or east?
I think we're
East.
gonna do east, so I guess stick to what we were.
East.
Yes. So you start going east. So when that's all said and done, you have that last constellation. Trains right around the corner. And because we won't have time to resolve this, unfortunately, so we'll have a shorter session. You get an echo of the last commentary, which, since it's been a second, we've been exploring, interacting, having a good time. From the fire of thought came form. And the words of Celestian echoed again. Form gave clarity through definition. Yet thought and form found a new thing to wage war over.
Oh no.
Resources hoarded by another. And you see this light coming from the outside. I'll give you a view of what you see coming through the outside of this temple, because it's kind of like, again, canary, a bird against glass.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, just
Oh.
darkness, huh?
Hmm.
And then shadow people.
Those are the ones who were following us in the beginning.
Oh. That's the balefires.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, a lot of them.
A lot of them.
Yep.
This?
Big, tall,
Easy.
shadowy creatures that have these very not proportional limbs. Like they
Yeah, they
step
got real-
through as though the area is just a fabric of water that they ripple through. And through the ripples, like these creatures that are just like charging on all fours that then stand up, are much more animalistic, coming towards you. And in the wake of those, things that appear to be draped in like a bit of a mist with like horns, like little lanterns around their heads. And that's where we'll stop, because as you continue on, after basically Atlas gets his sword and is like very proud of himself, the first one of these things, which is this, bursts through,
Okay.
followed by these creatures, and then finally these creatures.
Great.
That's where we'll stop.
Feels good.
Because I don't want us to go too over on resolving combat. I'd rather us
Yeah,
go
like
shorter
combat
than
will
longer
go
than
longer
expected.
than
Plus,
45 minutes.
we have a double up session for next week, so you won't be waiting out terribly long.
Alrighty.
All right,
Jeez.
so GG.
Jeez.
Almost one person died. You didn't though, so close. No cigar.
No
Not
death.
for lack of trying.
Not for a lack of trying.
Through so many of those questions, trying to get myself killed.
Yes, that was what you were doing.
That's why, yeah, exactly. Thanks for all that stopped by for watching. It looks like the 10 people that stopped by. So big shout out. Thanks to Legate, which I'm assuming is Ian. Thanks for stopping by, Junie. I haven't seen you a bit, Junie. Nice to see you by.
You're busy, Judy.
Yeah, that Ben, do the dumb thing. Don't know who that is, but yes, please do the dumb thing. That's always entertaining content, right? And Baka. We're going to switch
Yeah.
over to After Talk. So let me do this here, and I'm going to shut down our Zoom session. See you guys there.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
We turn off this music too, real quick. And move over to Discord. Undeafened. Now it can be heard.
Huzzah!
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 I still have the artwork up for, I think it's like season 6, but it fits. So, you guys went through a bit of the Temple of Stars. Got through approximately 2, so like 1/6 of it, I'd say. Thus far.
Wonderful.
And we're gonna walk through like which favorite moments, starting at top with Aldebrand. What's your favorite moment, buddy?
Oh God.
What's your favorite moment?
You know, it wasn't specifically one, but us basically almost Frederick nearly killing the entire party because we know nothing about the man. I think that was pretty nice.
Yeah. Look at 10 out of 10. Frederick just murders the party. TPK Frederick, yeah.
Yep. A lot of text RPs are going to be happening.
I'm sure, yeah.
We're saying I'm sorry, but we're only going to talk to Frederick because like we don't know.
Gotta
anything.
know.
Gotta understand this better. Cass, what was your favorite moment?
I mean, like, I'm going to stick to like what I was saying like earlier, like I don't know, yesterday, like, a couple days ago. Like you do like these temple type things so well. It's just such a cool concept, like understanding going through it, and I liked. I just like, I don't know if it's necessarily one point, but I just like the idea that it's kind of making everyone think differently, and everything's just very conceptual.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
wow, but yeah.
yeah, like it's just, which makes sense. Like it's the stars and everything. Like it's just like a really cool. I'm really enjoying seeing everyone trying to just like taking that time to think differently and get our way through this and like not try to kill each other.
Without committing the murders. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's just such a cool thing. Like I think overall, like that's just my favorite part is just how we're having to think differently and how it makes sense for where we are.
Okay. I like
The temples are really cool in Aurora.
Yeah, they are.
Mhm.
Yeah, they are.
These temple encounters.
Rolling down. Isaac, this would be the first temple for you in Aurora. So, favorite moments.
I mean, I'm still terrified of what the implications of Aldebrand's Heart of War is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I like the gusto, but at the same time, my other character died to Ares, so this is this is concerning.
I do like. Now I'm pretty sure Leggett is Ian. I'm like, Ian he's seeing this. Like he's dreaming about this.
Oh yeah,
So-
he sees like something on the card where we're like,
No, not again.
Not again. It's like I don't like this guy. Yeah, lots of
I can't
interesting
wait.
implications. Definitely add some interesting to this things to the stew. Yeah. Orion, what's your favorite moment?
I'd say two things I'll say about it is I really love the visual and the way you handled the combat against shadow people instead of just being a combat slug of PCs versus PCs and making it just letting the narrative flow through questions. And then I just, like Cass said, making us think different was really fun. And it took me a while, but like as soon as I got where you're going, I was like, oh, I'm in.
Good. Yeah. Alara, what's your favorite moment?
I liked the question part as well. Trying to not kill each other, but also like trying to like guess what the other person was saying. That was like really fun, and I like those kind of little puzzles things.
Yeah, I like that it wasn't only guess what the answer is. It's guess what the answer is, but also what they would think the answer is.
And we had a few people watching in that's joining us. So, Ode, what was your favorite moment from what you're watching?
I just like in general whenever you do temples in general, but
right, he does such a
and
great
also
job with them.
it's so good. Like I'm getting serious season 5 flashbacks, and those were some of my best moments. So like,
Yeah,
kudos for that one. But like,
The
great
Lathander and
job,
Mask
you hit it
Temple?
out of the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, yet again, just out of the park. But my favorite part is just the revelation of like the Zodiarcs coming back into play again. Like I'll be honest, I think I figured things out.
but we always think we figured things
Yeah,
out.
I think
you
we
and
do.
Ryan
We never
typically
do.
do a little bit early. And it's nice to see that although the two groups are doing different things, they're inexplicably tied together with some of the things
Oh,
they're
yeah.
doing.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I just love the Zodiarcs in general. Like these are like just cool guys. I love these guys. Just seeing their influence again, especially with Celestian of all people, just because gotta worship Big Papa Celestian.
Big Papa Sal, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Roger, what was your favorite moment from watching?
It's mostly the bit where their sort of survival relied on their like how well they knew each other. But I also want to point out that I think Aldebrand's I take the dodge action. That was a catchphrase.
That's
Yeah,
his
it's
thing
catchphrase at this
now.
point, right?
That is
Yeah.
my catchphrase. Yes.
I am here for it. We stand.
We stand dodge action always. Can I just assume I'm always taking a dodge action? What are you doing? It's like I'm just got light on my feet. Got to be light on my feet all times. Yeah.
We dodge for Adelbrand.
Well, I mean, after taking that Heart of War, maybe people should be dodging against him. We'll see.
Oh my gosh, I am so concerned with what that means.
I am loving it. I'm gonna have a phoenix and I'm gonna have war. It's gonna be fantastic.
Uh-huh.
You might be the
Yeah.
end boss, bud.
I'm down.
I'm down.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so rolling back to the top, we're going to do talking points. A lot of questions I'm sure got raised. The temples in Aurora, they're not very stock standard. They definitely take a life of their own. So Aldebrand, any talking points?
Yeah, I've been hearing about how bad Ares is from a few individuals. What are your what's the history there?
Bad.
He fucking sucks.
Oh, now you
Now you're curious.
So I
Only
can
worry
at least,
about consequences after.
I can at least give you from Alara and Cass's perspective of what they know, because they went to the Dawn Forges, and they went into the Ares Forge, which, like, for context, like, each forge you usually have to sacrifice something to get into it. So, like, for was it Sagittarius? No, not Sagittarius. My brain. Aquarius. Yeah, like Aquarius. It was like the knowledge of something. Like, if you knew how to do something, you would give up that knowledge, and that would let you go in. So for Ares, you had to give up a person. So a person had to die to go in there. So that's a general idea of how that works to open up his forge. And we go in there, and he had people had gone to his forge to create a huge, massive weapon of war that you would take someone, like if you had a say someone that you wanted to kill or you had a target, you would take someone close to them, put it in the cannon, and shoot them at him.
Yeah.
And it would destroy things in a good section of things. So we had to fight to stop that from going on. So, like, that's our knowledge of Ares.
Fantastic.
So not good.
So what you're suggesting is that I can consume Atlas
No.
and then kill Elo.
No.
I mean, Isaac, you can go into your as a player your experience with Ares if you'd like.
Music intensifies.
Have you ever asked the question, why is he in this group and who's this Jonah fellow? Ares just broke him. Like, this is literally, I had a character in a one-shot. He decided, let's bring him into the Survivors campaign. And then Survivors, the whole surviving thing didn't happen because Ares grabbed him and just snapped him like a twig.
He snapped a lot of necks.
Okay.
Does it make it better or worse?
Lots of people were popped like grapes that day. Yeah, it was bad time.
Yeah.
So now you've got the Heart of War. How does it make it feel, Aldebrand?
Warlike.
You know? It's going to feel great until it feels very bad. I think that's how it's going to go.
He's like, you gotta love those really big highs, but then you get those really big, really deep lows. And
I mean, just like Ares' namesake, like, there are gonna be bad parts of war, but you gotta take those with all the good parts. Because it just comes with the package.
what are the good parts of war?
And I think an additional boon would be that I am also an Aries zodiac myself. So
Oh, there you go. So you're like, this was right. It needed to happen.
it was natural.
I'm just excited to have people hit my shield down. I'm going to put out a PSA. No one stand in front of Cass if there's a fight. Because if anyone hits that shield, I don't know if I can direct that thing with where it goes.
Oh, yeah. That might be bad.
Yep. So just throwing that out there. I'm curious if anyone else's thing does it, and I'm scared that I had to write down that mine was the first.
I put it on my shield too, but we don't know. I gave it a tap and it didn't do anything. Maybe I just need to hit it harder, but
I don't know. And I don't know if they would do the same things. It's going to be interesting. I mean, if anyone were to look at us, we just look like people that really like us.
We'll find out next combat about how these things will work out.
I'm sure we'll see what happens.
Likely found out next session, considering the creepy things have come from the beyond to say hello. Mm-hmm.
They have.
So talking points. Aldebrand, any more?
No, I think we can move on.
All right, Cass, talking points.
I get the idea of like what we're going through. Like I think we're kind of understanding Celestian more. Is what I'm gathering from this. I don't know.
To make life a little easier, the Celestian quotes or the statements I did throw in saviors for you, so you can refer back to them every sessions.
Yeah, because I think we'll
Fantastic.
absolutely. And I'm gonna pin that.
Yeah, there. To be candid, there will be more, but this will make it easier to go back to your notes. Mm-hmm.
I just feel like that's something that we might want to look back on. But well, first, did we tell everyone else that it was Celestian?
Well, Ty was a bit of an ass about it and did not. But I do believe Alara, right?
Okay, like, did we say it was Celestian?
Yeah.
I wonder, like, I'm curious because it said, like, from the resources hoarded by another. If we weren't curious and we didn't smack some constellations on people and do all these things, do we think that we would be in this fight currently? Like, do we think was this fight that's happening inevitable, or is it a result of our actions? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Seems pretty inevitable. This is the same appearance of the things that were chasing us earlier. Seems like this is a fight that these things wanted. That this isn't punishment. This is us being did and them catching up.
I think this is a fight that if it wasn't going to happen either way, it was going to happen at some point. I do think that the whole idea of the whole last 4 lines and the idea of resources hoarded by another, did kind of just hoard the resources.
We did. We did literally just hoard all the resources.
There will be consequences, but I think it was a worthwhile effort.
Oh yeah,
Go ahead, Cass.
Oh no, I was saying, like, I wasn't saying it wasn't worth the effort. It's just a curious thing of, like, was this always going to happen, or like, is it like a lesson that we are, like, meant to learn? Is it something that's helping, like, further the narrative of, like, if we keep going, would nothing happen until we got the resources? Like, it's just, like, an interesting, just, like, thought experiment with where we are.
I was saying it's a good thing you guys didn't put them all on one person. Because if we're following, like, Orion's logic and that having these resources will be a detriment, like having them and, following the quotes of Celestian, like hoarding resources and all that, it's a really good thing you didn't put them all on one person, because that person might have how do I say this? Multiplied the consequences of such a multi-step process, and it would not have been good.
For some reason, I'm just imagining, like, a dog rolling around in Taurus constellations just because it looked fun. And just being like, yay! Yeah, like, I just think, like, I don't know, like, it's just interesting trying to think of, like, what the potential consequences might be. I will say this is probably the only time that, hey, we actually got magical items. Like, we actually, like, went for them.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I was a little shocked too. It's not common Aurora to end up with magical
items. It's really not.
In a highly magical world where magical items are constantly, like, just passed up on.
Yeah, so, like, hey, we actually we used all of the resources to get magical things. Now, who knows, do these last once we leave? Or, hey, my shield apparently absorbs energy and smacks it out. Does it mean they can only absorb so much energy and then it's just going to explode on me? Who knows?
I imagine, like, Orion, when he hits someone with his Taurus marked hand, they're just gonna explode into gears.
Yeah, you can bitch slap someone with that arm because it's on your arm.
Maybe he just flexes and metal falls out.
Hey guys, you want some gears? Flex.
Yeah, like, I'm just really, like, as always,
but think,
excited
if you had put the Ares thing on Orion, you could have had Gears of War.
Oh.
But what does that mean?
That was a good one.
I think weirdly enough, like, the Taurus ones I think are, like, cool. I'm just still always gonna be worried about what the Heart of War is.
That's a fair concern.
I have expected you to be like Heart of War, then you just turned into Ares. It's like, surprise! I'm like, oh fuck, well, don't want this.
Let's just grab Isaac, snap his neck, and
I mean, it could be Ares, or Battlebrand might be like a new, like, unwilling host. Because if there's a Heart of War, it could be like a re-situation where Battlebrand has re-sealed, like, the physical embodiment of Ares, and now, good luck keeping him in your body and not melting you like a skin suit. This is just getting worse as I'm explaining it, so I'm just
we're good.
Yeah.
But But I think those
Big
were my.
rewards take big risks. All
Oh
right.
my god. Every action has consequences.
Oh yeah.
Sir, this is
Risk
session
reward
2.
prizes.
Well, nobody died this session, so I figured we had to up the risk a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
It's true. No one died this session.
Yeah.
And
So far,
I was gonna say
right?
that we didn't really fight anything, but like honestly, like we almost
Or
killed someone. So
We lost.
Yeah, you lost a lot of resources that are keeping you alive. What you really
Yeah.
lost. You lost all the paladin heals.
yeah, we lost all the paladin heals. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, I think those are like my biggest points. Like they're just it's just like kind of like just thought experiments, like thinking like, hey, we're here.
Another
what's
thing
this?
to keep track of, Isaac, is the house rule for when you come back up from doing death saving throws.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. Yeah, so you have one failed.
You'll always have one
Death-
failed until you
Until
get rest in.
Rest. Okay. I'll actually.
So going back down is bad because you'll be starting at one fail. Don't roll a 1 because then you're just dead.
That would happen.
No, never
Oh my
happens.
God.
Right.
But yeah, that's all mine. I'm gonna step away for just a sec. But yeah, those were all my thoughts.
Cool. Isaac, talking points.
If I've got anything that hasn't already been said. The Ares thing really is concerning, but the shadowy things, we still don't really know what they are.
True.
Like, maybe they're friendly.
Yeah. Maybe the train was a passenger train here to take us to Celestian.
Maybe.
But when you say it like that, I feel like you're being sarcastic, and
Yeah,
so
I'm laying on pretty thick.
yeah, I mean, they're probably not friendly, but I guess we don't really know exactly what their nature is, so
Mm-hmm. True
to
story.
be
TBD'd. Yep. I know that Ryan's popping off for a second. He'll be back in a little bit, so we'll go to Alara. Any talking points?
I guess kind of going back to that previous statement about those things being good or bad. Is it okay like to assume, just knowing Celestian, that this would be taking place in the astral sea?
That's a fair assumption. Correct.
I mean, it
Because
certainly
it's
looks
okay,
like
it's
it.
just kind of like isn't that like a neutral? It's just kind of there.
The astral sea.
right?
No, the astral sea is pretty dangerous. Like the Gith Yankee fly on red dragons out there.
Okay.
It's a neutral. It's a transitive plane, which means that it's got a little bit of everything. So you can
Yep.
meet some really nasty stuff because it's
Yeah.
it's the crossroads for everything.
So the only one I know is like the river of Styx actually ends up dumping waste into the astral.
Yep, because that's one of the transitions. Waste.
So I don't think they're good. They're friends per se
They're friends.
at all. Something else I was going to say.
It's bad that my initial
yeah.
reaction. Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Why being like we took damage through all of that being in Celestian's temple. I don't know. I just thought that was concerning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think like you always think of like like Celestian, like he would never try to hurt you, but at least in the world of Aurora, temples in general usually have like a certain level of tests that you have to go through.
Yeah.
Not only that, but like even if he's not trying to hurt you, like he doesn't open up the doors wide to everyone because this is not a place meant for creatures such as us. So, it's kind of like when Survivor Session when we kept getting hurt by the the Ares Forge thing. It wasn't trying to hurt us; it was feedback because we weren't using it right, and
Right.
this temple could be doing the same thing.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yep,
That was it.
Roonies. Anything else, Alara?
No.
Not on the brain. Okay. Ode. Talking points.
How does it feel to theory Celestian is retelling you guys like his history and also the birth of the Zodiacs in the order that their concepts came into existence.
Potentially, I
And
guess see the others.
yeah, that's just a theory because, well, thought first, and I just get this visual of like Adventure Time, like when the Lich was describing like the beginning of everything was like before there was time, before there was anything, like there were monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just think of all of these entities and all of these influences just driving like, oh, I exist, and like realizing that they exist before getting into war and then into, hoarding resources because they realize, oh, these things have value or something similar to that. Like, how do you feel? How do you feel about that theory? How's that brain food? Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
It's feeling good.
It's feeling
It's
good.
feeling good.
It's got the heart of war. I'll just smash it to bits, I guess.
Oh.
My God.
Just for my clarification, the Celestials work for Celestian, right? Or are they
No.
more a general thing?
Celestials, like, I think they're like a general thing. I don't know actually, but you might be the one that would answer that question.
Celestials, as like a race, are a general thing. They part of a celestial host. Like you could have celestials that follow, say, Tempest, and they wouldn't be as beholden to Celestian. Celestian has celestials because he is divine.
Yeah, sorry, Zodiarcs.
The Zodiacs.
Oh, yeah.
That's more direct, yes.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Cool.
Anything else for the
That's
brain food?
I mean, that was pretty much it, other than the fact that you guys might be fighting some residue primordial baddies that were there during the first beginning of everything, but
Awesome.
that's pretty much it.
I'm gonna throw it out.
The tall watching searchlight people for no reason whatsoever, just as a buck, they just make me happy. It's like how
See, I was gonna
they just
throw out
want to say
there.
hi.
I want to throw it out there. They make me uncomfortable.
I think they're cute.
I want to throw out there's a lot of them in Spirit Guardians range.
You
I
guys
think
are
it's
faring mighty hard for being in Spirit Guardian range.
Like I just have to survive. I'm just gonna stand here and let you guys burn.
Oh, thanks.
Good.
Oh, God.
Well, I'm talking about them. Like I'm just gonna turn on the fire and let them burn, and hopefully that'll be enough that you guys can finish them off. Because I get to do AOE damage. There's a lot of enemies.
He's like,
It's his
how rare
perfect
is this?
situation.
I have Spirit Guardians and Fireballs, guys.
Fireball is tricky.
I'm
I think I
gonna-
bet like everybody.
I think I said this the last time when you said that you had fireball. I'm gonna throw this. Like, please don't hit your party members with fireball. No, don't do that. Why are you putting it in?
It's worth checking into the rules we have for like indirect, like targeting a space versus targeting a creature to center on things. Especially considering how close some of your party members are. But
Yeah.
we can cover that later time. Got a full week to talk about it. Anything else? Oh, brain food?
No, that's pretty much it.
Roger, go back to
Besides
you,
some
brain
more.
food. Talking points.
Roger.
Roger's like,
Roger.
starve.
Oh,
Roger.
sorry, I didn't realize that was at me. Not really, to be honest. I finally know what's going on, and I'm just content.
I'm content.
Well, how about Buck?
You know
Any
what's going
talking
on?
points
These
for
are
you?
playing. I'm still way out there. I still don't get what they're doing.
What was
Implications. The implications are just getting stranger and stranger.
Mhm.
Stranger Things. It's true.
Let's go.
Buck, what is point? And do you have any talking points?
Let's see here. What was my favorite point? I really like the mental image of players tracing the stars to make constellations. Like that always seemed to settle very well in the mind's eye. Especially when like Orion and Isaac got that perspective was part of it.
Mhm.
A lot of these early on things set the set like the precedent or the laws for where you're currently at. In the beginning, it's like some of them will make sense, some of them will not. the crit for insight really helped out from Alara to like connect some of the temple's laws together for where you're at. It was nice. Talking points. None that I can't like go too deep into. Like there are some really good theories that are out there that are on the mark. Some of them are thought form red herrings created by theory crafting, but let's say keep paying attention to the narrative by Celestian. You are in his temple, so there's a lot you can deconflict from there. That's it. That's my one talking point. Lab part requires like not a whole lot more. There is probably 3 at the current pace. The next session, which happens next Saturday, will be interesting. I guess is the best way to put it.
That's good. That's good. I can't wait to see what fucking Atlas's new sword power gives us all.
Right.
I did like that they were just like, we don't want to pick a weapon for Atlas. Like, you're the one who has to fight. What do you want? He's like, huge ass sword.
Yeah.
Look at
I
it.
can't wait to see a fucking dragon wielding a sword. That's gonna be some cool
From
ass
like
shit.
a telltale perspective, it's like Atlas will remember this. I'd say it has a huge. You made a choice. I mean, that will make a huge impact if Atlas ever had to go up against Elo, and between now and the end of the season, having that
in a good way.
in a good way.
Okay. Yeah,
Fantastic. We've accomplished our goal.
Yeah,
Help
and
Atlas.
Atlas, given the option, goes with the most anime approach of a dragon with a big sword.
he did. He is also like
Yep.
only a few years old, so
yeah.
so
Yeah.
he did go with a very childish thing. That said, it plays in well with the idea of what Ares was, which is like the idea of resolving conflicting thoughts, and what Elo and Atlas are. So it was a really good combination. Eventually, they have to deconflict their thoughts, and he's got a big ass sword now, meant for solving thought problems.
Yeah. He's not a thought.
God, yeah.
Elo
I waited.
is.
I waited until the end.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Descartes has like no idea what he's doing. He didn't know about that hoe over there.
Thanks for getting Gucci Gang in my head for the rest of the day, though.
Yeah, I know we talked like a little bit. Was there anything else anyone want to talk about before we close down?
I honestly just want to play D&D again.
Does this do some like another perspective or like some insight into the Zodiarcs, maybe?
It should. This temple specifically should provide some insight. Like, there's a good reason for like Rev to watch in and vice versa. There's a lot of their journeys cross over, like, or at least provide context to each other.
Oh yeah.
I was listening to most of that.
So no.
Yeah, Ryan, you're back. Did you have any talking points?
Yeah. Not something that comes to mind at this one. I felt like the group dynamic was growing really well.
Occurred.
On top of all the craziness that was going on, I feel like there was a lot more action between the characters.
Yeah.
A lot
I
more.
feel like Ty is really just looking for reasons to call Orion dumb.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not even hiding that.
I'm happy with that relationship. Happy with where we've grown.
Yeah, from like the NPC's prior perspective, that Ty thing has grown. The what the fuck Frederick seemed like to be a common theme for this session, mostly because murder, psychic damage, and Atlas gets the most anime approach possible with the God of War thing.
I mean,
I'm
what is
really
Frederick?
interested to learn more about
What is
Frederick.
Frederick?
He's an elf?
Yeah, race-wise, he's an
Zodiac.
Elohimian elf.
Zodiac, let's be real.
Surprise just pops out. Surprise, guys!
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, let me close down the stream.
All right.